Welcome to another episode of the Bastard Sermon. This is one of your three hosts, Cody Hucker,
Patrick Seta,
and Luke Young.
and today we've got on Ian McDonough. Give it up, motherfuckers.
What up, everyone?
Thanks for coming on, Ian. More
Thanks for having
importantly,
me.
let's
you, Cody.
let's
yeah,
get
let's
right.
get into this fucking good shit.
Yeah, okay. Luke, you want to tell us why you tried to murder all of us before the podcast even started?
okay.
Almost
so-
instant death prior podcast.
As you will soon learn, as this is being our first video episode, I like to use my fucking hands when I talk, all right? And Cody was frustrating me about our calendar usage.
Oh, was I?
Yeah, you were. So, of course, I'm waving my hands around. And
Flailing like a fucking
maniac.
a complete moron.
Fuck you. And I fucking hit my cup, and I dump water all over the place. Ian over here goes, hey, check that out, points at the floor.
It goes down into the center of this fucking console thing where there's a hole in the table, and it goes right into the electrical strip that everything is connected to.
Yeah.
So Luke almost fried us all because he was the most important part of this wasn't Cody's frustrating me. No, it's that Luke was like, I'm about to prove you wrong right now, bro. I'm about to show you how much more right I am than you, bro. And he's flailing his fucking big stupid
And fucking
ginger
karma
fingers.
just like
And not only
Boom.
did I, or was I going to
He's
show
flailing
you
his big
that I
freckled
was
knuckled
fucking
hands.
right and you were wrong? I fucking did prove that I was right and you were fucking wrong.
And then in
while almost killing us.
the midst
Yes.
of being that guy, you fucking toppled water over like a maniac and almost killed us all.
It was worth it.
Good job, dumbass.
I didn't want to
you.
die.
You weren't
No.
here. You would have survived.
Can you imagine being shocked
Us
to
three
death?
probably
I was
would've
right
died.
here.
I've been shocked before,
yeah, you
but I
were
would not
here.
want to like die from it.
Can you imagine being shocked to death through your headphones? Just like can't take them off because your nerves are locking up and shit.
Fuck that.
All because Luke had to prove me wrong.
Dude, can you imagine?
I would have blamed you.
There's some dumbass kids out there that stick fucking forks in electrical sockets. Why do they do that?
I mean,
they know
fuck.
what's going to happen.
Kids used to eat fucking Tide Pods.
Yeah, why are they doing that shit?
I don't
I think
know.
that bad is over.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's over.
it is over, but like that was still just. Why the fuck would
But
you ever
nobody-
do something like that?
Nobody was actually eating them though. They were just fucking.
Oh,
Chewing
no.
on them, spitting them out.
Yeah, there wasn't any actual like fucking swallowing, was there?
Doesn't matter though.
I don't.
You put it in your mouth.
Yeah,
It's
you're-
toxic
you're-
chemical.
Yeah, you're still gonna get the
You're gonna
toxic
get
chemicals
burned.
from. Yeah.
Well, whatever.
Would you say, would it clean
You
your
say
mouth?
well whatever until you have chemical burns
I guess
in
it's
your
a new
mouth.
way to say I'm gonna put soap in your mouth if you like fucking cuss or whatever.
Yeah, if you cuss, I'm going to put some Tide Pods in your mouth, kid.
Put them all along his lip like dip chew packs.
Ew, dude.
Wait for him to dissolve slowly.
Have you ever done something stupid like that, like in high school or anything like that? Like, you ever play Bloody Knuckles?
Yeah, or
With the
quarters.
quarters?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I used to do that.
I got some scars.
Yeah.
You want to know how I got these scars?
I did the pass out game once.
Is that where you exhale as much as you can and then someone punches you in the stomach?
No.
No, it's like a game that you could play. You take like deep breaths in and lay against a wall, and your friends like run at you, and you pass out.
Yeah, you bend down, you let the
Gets you
blood
fucked up,
rushes
too,
to your
doesn't
head.
it?
You black out instantly, and I've passed out naturally a bunch of times, so I know what it's like, and it does you're just out, and
Luke-
it's fucking weird.
I saw this joke.
was scary.
I saw this joke in a meme, so this isn't my joke, but it's very true. Everyone that played the pass out game as a kid is a fucking drug addict now. Fucking maniac. Why were you playing the pass out game? Like, what was your motivation?
Cause I didn't have like a normal childhood. Like I didn't go outside of my house to hang out with friends. So when I moved to Coleraine, I had kids my age in my neighborhood. So we did a bunch of hood rat shit for my first time essentially. And they were like, "You never fucked around with the pass out game?" I'm like, fucking no, what's that? And they're like, "Let's do it."
So if somebody was like, "You never tried Jenga before?" You'd be like, "Yeah, let me try that out."
Well,
Like, what is it?
yeah,
Oh, you
of
shit and
course.
piss into a cup and
Of
you put a
course.
balloon over
Well,
it.
I
Wait
mean,
till it fills
obviously-
What?
up. Then you inhale the
Wait,
balloon.
what is that?
You guys have never heard of
Jankum.
Jankum?
No.
I
Oh.
was told that drug is made up though.
It's
Okay,
completely false, but I'm
explain
sure
what it
that some
is.
kids inhaled
Please,
some fart
because
dust.
What the fuck is it?
It's terrible.
Okay, so they take like they'll take like a bottle like this, right? And then put a balloon over the top. Well, there's shit and piss and like all kinds of other gross stuff inside of it. And then you put the balloon over the top, and the balloon fills up because of like
The
the
methane?
methane that builds up into it. And then you take the balloon off and you huff it, and you're supposed to get high off of it. It doesn't work, but I guarantee you,
You just
plenty of
huff
kids.
shit?
We're huff some fat old chip fumes and like I bet I could find a video on the
I
internet.
have never
Oh,
heard
God.
of this.
Yeah, really?
I never
If-
have either.
If you guys ever watched the Blue Mountain State movie,
No.
Jankum is a huge part of the entire premise of that film.
Oh, it's
Huh.
100% real. There's a Wikipedia page. That's all I
read
need
that.
to know that it's real.
Hold on, bud. There's Wikipedia pages on made up stuff.
Jankum is an inhalant and hallucinogen created from fermented human waste. In the mid-1990s, it was reported to be a popular street drug among Zambian. The fuck is that street shit? Oh, it's a country. I thought it was some fucking fucked up version of Ambien.
Just the super evil cousin of Ambien.
Yeah, what is it?
It's a country.
You do more than just make racist tweets on Twitter, but
Well, they put the feces and the urine in a jar and cover it with a balloon, then let it ferment in a bedroom closet. Why there specifically?
Anywhere that's
Then-
out of sight.
Right.
Yeah, anywhere after sight. Then afterwards, you would inhale the fumes created. Dude, that's so fucking disgusting.
There was a
Why would you
moral-
want to do? How desperate do you have to be to get high to huff your own shit? God.
I mean, if you don't have the money to buy like weed or other drugs that get you high, I guess I. But I would never do it.
they have an official police document detailing what Jankum looks like, and
Makes me think of the
Oh
Austin
my
Powers
God.
joke where he was like drinking coffee,
Oh.
but he really was drinking shit, fat bastard shit.
Oh God, I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
That the Austin Power movies were so power.
Right.
Yeah, they were so powerful, Austin powerful. Am I right?
Very much so.
Dude, he doesn't look so good nowadays, though.
Mike Myers.
Yeah, no, he doesn't.
I haven't seen a picture of him lately.
Yeah, what the fuck happened to him? What are you doing now, Mike Myers? Why are you hiding from us?
He
I
pretty
saw
much
you in Shrek, and that's it. That's the last thing you've been in.
he's pretty much dropped off. Well, I guess he dropped off earlier than what's his name? He was in Liar Liar.
Jim Carrey?
Jim
Yes,
Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
Well, he's making a comeback now.
Yeah, that's
apparently.
true. Yeah, I've seen that, and he does art now.
Jim Carrey?
I guess
Yeah, he does. Well, he's been doing art for a long time.
Fantastic.
his art is
looking.
pretty cool.
There was this documentary that came out that was really crazy called, what the fuck was it called? Something Andy, Being Andy, or Man on the Moon.
where
Oh.
he's talking about his process of like while he was on Man on
method
the Moon.
acting.
Wasn't
yeah.
that
Yeah.
amazing?
That was
I haven't
awesome.
seen that, but I want to.
It
Or
was
was it
fantastic.
What's it called?
Was it borderline fucking psychotic?
It
What are you
was, and that's
talking
exactly
about?
what made it so
couldn't
interesting.
it just be both, like borderline?
Yes.
Well,
psychotic?
yeah, dude, you have to be in like you have to
He-
be a specific type of person to be an actor or an actress. So you
This
got to be a
man-
little crazy.
This man was having an emotional moment with Andy Kaufman's daughter as Andy Kaufman, as if like, and she had never got to meet him because he died before she was ever born. So it was
Damn.
like he's having like this weird fucking family moment, and he's meeting his mom and shit, and like pretending to be like, that's fucking crazy. I don't know that that's like.
Well, and then
And he was just torturing people on the set. Like he drunk drive to fucking set drunk as fuck, playing
As
the
his
other guy
alternate
as
personality.
as Andy Kaufman's alternate
well,
personality.
I mean,
I forget
Heath
his name.
Ledger, didn't he like he got really into character for Joker?
Is that? I mean, I always get so curious if like people who play the Joker actually go to these insane lengths behind like the camera, like when the camera's off, or
Yeah.
like Jared Leto's mailing condoms and shit to his co-stars. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's just like I don't know. Like, did Heath Ledger? He locked himself in some hotel for like a month, right?
I think that's what it was.
Wasn't he writing in a journal the entire time and like keeping like pictures
Apparently.
of the Joker and fucking writing down his crazy thoughts or whatever?
I don't know. I just think that's really strange. It's hard to picture someone doing that, but method acting is so weird. You have to be a certain kind of person to do that.
Yeah.
Like Adrian Brody. Adrian Brody.
He's
one.
slim.
Yeah, he slimmed himself down. I think his diet was coffee and apples.
Didn't
That's
he do
all
that
ate.
for American History? That
Uh,
the X or whatever?
No, that's Edward Norton.
Or, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was.
Aren't you talking about The Machinist with
P-
Christian Bale? That was
No,
no,
he's
that's
talking about
different.
the pianist.
That's different. He's also got a similar thing, but we're talking about the pianist.
Oh,
Adrian
yeah.
Brody. He's in like King Kong. He's in a bunch of other
I know
movies. He's in
you're
the new
talking about.
Predators movie, not the one that's coming out this year.
Pianist was about the fucking the Holocaust, right?
Yes.
Yeah, something like
Oh,
that.
And
okay.
he's avoiding capture the entire time by,
It's fantastic.
and he gets down to like actual fucking like.
He's
like-
an underrated actor.
He is. He's a really good actor. Except for
Yeah,
in
for sure.
Predators, when he had the six-pack or the
That was
eight-pack
weird.
and he was shredded.
That was
I think
weird.
that was really strange. Can you look that up right now?
I
Cody?
can't. The internet's out. I've
Ah,
been trying
fuck.
to look up everything that we've been
Damn,
talking
that sucks.
about.
But yeah, that movie was garbage, and it had like great actors in it too.
I've been wanting to see The Predator so bad, but I
The
hear
new
that
one?
it's dog shit. But I want to. I
It
just
looks so bad.
But I don't care. It's got predators in it. Like that's my whole fucking reason for wanting to see
It
it.
says the first half is supposed to be good, and it's supposed to be like really going somewhere, but then the second half falls flat on its face, and that's why it's garbage. But
Have you seen it?
No, I've just read all the reviews on it.
I'm not reading reviews. Fuck that. I'm just gonna go see it, and make my own opinion.
You know what movie was really fucking garbage? And I just saw and looked fucking awesome.
Bright. Oh, and I like chicken tenders and fucking Fridays.
Dude, Bright is garbage.
No, it's not. But
It's a
get to
bad
your
movie.
point.
Have you seen it, Ian?
No, I have not.
Don't watch it. It's garbage.
It's a good movie.
But
I mean,
the movie I saw in
everybody to
theaters,
check it out.
the movie that I saw in theaters was The Meg, about the giant shark that was like 40 feet long
You
or whatever.
spent money in the movie theater.
Fuck
to go
yeah,
see
dude!
The
I love
Meg?
sharks.
He didn't just spend money at the movie theater because he came to my work after he went to the movie theater in my work, and that movie theater is more expensive. I think I'm pretty sure it's more expensive to go to that one.
It's
So
like
he
$3 more.
So he went out of his way to go fucking see this at a special theater that's pretty far from him.
Yeah, it got, believe it or not, it got good ratings.
And
it
then
got pretty good ratings.
he shows up in my
But
work.
but Sharknado gets good ratings.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does. That's why there's
Prove
like
me wrong.
6 of them.
Prove me. Damn it.
Damn it, the
Can't.
fucking
internet's
internet.
out.
I don't believe you, Luke. I'm gonna have to Snopes you on that.
There's
bud.
like 6 of them.
I know there's 6 of them, but because
There's-
people want to see stupid movies.
Right.
People
Like-
like that movie because it's funny. Like it's legitimately fun. I thought it was dog shit until I saw like the 4th one or whatever at our friend's house, and they had like legit actors, and it was funny. I was like, oh, I'm
I've seen
impressed by
like
this.
parts of it, and I'm just like, the fuck, and
Hard
I'm just
pass.
like,
The
nope.
fuck?
I'm.
Hard
I just thought it
pass.
was no. But like, did you guys ever see the movie Splice?
Yeah, I love that movie. Adrian Brody, dude.
Oh, he's
in
okay,
that movie.
Yeah, that was a.
That's is
The
that
weird-
James Gunn?
Underrated actor.
Yeah. Have you seen that movie, Cody?
No.
So Adrian Brody and his wife, who's another famous actress, I can't think of her name right now, make
they have-
this person, like alien-looking ass species kind of person, in a humanoid. I don't know how to explain it, but it's got a stinger tail, and it
Yeah.
looks like a human that's bald, and it changes sex, and they end up fucking it. They end up fucking this thing, and it tries raping them, and it's fucked up. You should watch it.
Wow, you really sold me on that movie there, Pat.
I probably said that plot horribly, but
It was a
That's-
bad
I mean, that's-
explanation of what
That was
happened.
a very rough explanation.
They make a
but that's
creature
what
and fuck
happened.
it.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened.
They make this thing and they put their dicks in it.
And then you guys are all like, you gotta see it. It's amazing. The acting.
Well, I was gonna-
Adrian Brody method acted the shit out of that movie. He was
he
fucking
really
wild,
fucked something.
fucking wild animals on the street just to get prepared. Like, well, I don't know that I want to see it based on Pat's description, but
Dude,
based
it's
on everybody
10
else.
out of 10. I promise.
It's
Wink,
the best
wink,
in the
nudge,
mutant
nudge.
fucking genre.
So do you like bad movies, Ian?
Kind of.
Like, what would you consider a bad movie?
Well, I was gonna say Splice was kind of a bad movie.
You didn't think that was an exciting rush?
No,
of romance?
Not really. When it got to that part where they had sex with it, I was just like, okay, that's just weird.
This is really getting away from me.
Yeah. I just was like, no, that doesn't seem like it would be fun.
Have you guys ever seen the movie Thanksgiving?
Yes.
Have you guys seen it?
No.
Thanksgiving, it's a classic. I will say that. It is definitely worth the watch. Thanksgiving is about a killer turkey, and it has a black man's voice, and it just murders people with a bunch of one-liners where it would say like gobble gobble motherfucker, like things like that before he would kill the shit out of someone. And at one point, he slices some girl's face off, puts it on his face. He's just a turkey with a fucking skin mask on, and passes off as one of the dads, and like, oh, hey dad. It's so fucking weird.
Yeah, that was I think, wasn't that made in Kentucky? Like somewhere in Kentucky?
I guarantee it was fucking strange.
Yeah.
What other bad movies have you guys seen?
Silent Night, Murder Night.
I've never even
Never
heard
seen
of that.
that.
What is
I've
it?
heard it.
You can watch that on YouTube, actually, the entirety of it. I think both the first and the sequel.
Oh, I can't wait to go out of my way to watch a shitty movie.
It's no, it's
Why?
you want to because of the
understand.
powerful one-liners. Like the premise is, this baby is with its parents in the back of a seat, and then they see some Santa Claus on the side of the road, so they pull her to help him
Is he
out.
dead?
No, Santa Claus murders the parents, and the kid
the
escapes.
fuck?
Yeah, and that of course fucks with the kid forever. So he's working at a toy store now, and it's Christmas
Why is he
Eve.
working at a toy store after the Santa Claus thing?
Maybe he's
'Cause-
trying to get over his fear of Santa
terror-
Claus.
Terrible writing plots.
That's so stupid.
He goes. It's it's Christmas night, and he goes into the back, and he finds some dude touching up on a female employee. So he takes the fire axe and he kills him, then her,
Damn.
and then he just dresses up like Santa Claus and starts killing people with powerful one-liners.
Like, can you give me one?
It's garbage day.
Oh wow.
Like Randy Macho Man Savage and shit.
Yeah.
So I saw this one. There's a sci-fi movie. It's like I don't remember what it's called or what the whole premise of the entire movie was. But there was a part in the movie where the actors were supposed to improvise a line. Like they were supposed to like hug, kiss, and then like the dude was supposed to say something to the girl. And like he was just fucking around on the first take, and he was just like, I can't wait to go home tonight and eat your pussy. And then they were like, all right, print it. Yep, moving on. Next scene. Like, and he was like, hold on a minute. Like, I was kidding. And they're like, nope, we got to keep this bitch rolling. And they didn't even fucking take this scene out of the movie. It's just believed on Sci-Fi Channel. I wish Pat's internet was working and I would show you.
Is it still off?
Fucking hilarious. Yeah, I've troubleshooted the thing a couple times. It's not working.
Damn.
God damn, that's so powerful.
I'm having powerful pepperoni heartburn right now.
Yeah, let's talk about your meal, bud.
Well,
so what did you all have here for dinner?
I thought it was like the food pyramid on a plate, dog. It was like a fucking fortune cookie and a mozzarella stick.
Well, you
and
haven't had the fortune cookie yet. It's still right there.
I had my
let's open those.
pepperoni piece.
All right,
of the,
gang. So before we start the episode, he got a plate of pepperoni, a mozzarella cheese stick, a cigarette.
I smoked the cigarette. I didn't eat it. I'm not a wild animal. I'm not like Pat's dog's just eating shit that's on the floor.
And a handful of Andy Cap's cheddar fries.
Why are we sponsored? Don't just fucking give the milk
sponsor
away,
us.
my dude.
I'm fucking plugging them because I personally love Andy Cap's fries.
We were not paid to say that. Luke might have been. Do you have an Andy Caps tattoo on your fucking on your ass?
Not
that we don't
yet,
know about?
bud.
Not yet.
What up, support?
Damn, these fortune cookies here are really stale.
How
you know that
stale
kind
are
of
they?
crunchy, chewy kind of thing going on? My fortune.
Is it like
so
soggy
stupid.
cardboard?
What does your fortune say, Pat?
These fortune always suck. Like they're just the worst fucking like nonsense bullshit of all time.
4 basic premises of writing: clarity, brevity,
Pornography.
pornography, simplicity, and humanity. Stupid.
Is that a fortune?
Yeah,
Or is
I
that
don't
just
know.
like
You
like
tell
a
me what to
tip or
do.
advice?
Mine actually,
Yeah.
mine's relevant. It says Luke's a clumsy idiot.
That's true.
Wow, it
Relevant
really
today's
does say
episode. Your lucky numbers are
666.
31.
Oh, and what's my
35.
secret fortune cookie say? Cody's a fucking dick.
No, we have cameras here, Luke. We know that you don't have a
No,
fortune
it's
cookie.
under the table.
It
This is
isn't.
what my fortune cookie says.
Fuck you.
Dang, dude, that was a big fortune cookie.
I mean,
What's the last thing you would want to see in a fortune cookie?
A
Fortune.
bee or a
turd.
spider or a snake.
Like a fucking bee come out of it?
Yes.
Imagine you're at fucking Chinese, you're eating inside, all right? And you open this fortune cookie after your nice meal, and a fucking wasp comes out and goes in your mouth.
fuck that. I hate wasps.
I would assume that it was some type of
I'd
like
run.
weird Chinese spice that I've never heard of. Like
I-
bee stings is a flavor now.
I'd barf on it while it's in my mouth. I would then
You drown it in vomit?
I would projectile vomit immediately knowing that
Like
there was a wasp in
Exorcist?
my mouth. Yes,
Okay.
profusely. It would be a mess.
Speaking of vomit, you said you don't eat chocolate, Ian.
No, I do not.
What happened?
It was when I was younger, and like I'd go over to a friend of mine's house, and his mom would always make chocolate chip cookies, and so obviously whenever I'd go over, I'd eat some. But I guess there was just like one day I went over and I had too many, and like that night I woke up like feeling sick to my stomach, and I just like threw up, and ever since then like I cannot.
Does it make you think of vomit every time you look
Hold
at
on,
chocolate?
bud.
Kind of, because like I grew up or I lived in Marymount at one point, and they used to have
yeah.
the Keebler factory out there. It's now the Kellogg factory. But whenever I'd come home from school, the Keebler factory would be making their chocolate chip cookies, and the smell was like so strong.
Oh, yeah,
that
I
just
bet.
made me want to throw up. And I'll do Tootsie Roll Pops, because that's like a little bit of chocolate. But like if it's all chocolate, I can't do that.
I can't do those.
I don't fuck with Tootsie Rolls.
You know how many times I've thrown up because of alcohol and never even thought about stopping that.
I mean,
Or like ate Taco Bell and
Do you
shit
ever-
my brains out the next day.
Well, do you
Hold
look
up,
at it
bud.
later like you're gonna like I think I'm gonna vomit looking at this, or are you just gonna be like, I don't give a shit?
I could be mid horrible fiery diarrhea and be like, Taco Bell sounds delicious,
Dude,
amazing.
I once, no, twice, 2 Easters in a row,
Got fucked in your ass?
vomited from eating so many Reese eggs.
Mm-hmm.
And I will never stop eating Reese eggs. I don't care
I
how
guess it's
many I
just me.
fucking
I guess
shoved
I'm
down
just
my
that weird.
face.
Not
No,
even after
that's
you,
all right. I mean, if you don't like chocolate,
not even after you
all right.
lose all your toes to diabetes, you won't quit then.
110% not. You think I'm gonna let my body take away my freedom? I don't think so.
I lose an egg before, or I lose a leg before I lose any eggs.
I don't
Goddamn
think
right.
I don't think I've ever thrown up from like sugars. Have you guys ever? How much sugar? How much candy do you think you guys can eat weight wise before you legitimately feel sick?
Okay.
Twice my body weight.
Both times, both
fuck.
Easters, I ate 2 12 packs, 12-pack bags of mini Easter Reese eggs. So probably
How many is that?
24, if not more, because I had bigger ones.
Wait,
prior.
in one sitting? They're like
Yes!
160
I was
calories,
sitting
dude.
on the corner of Royal Glen and Peacock and Coleraine, barfing into the fucking gutter. I promise you.
I like how you can remember where you were when you did that.
I did it because it was right after school. I got stoned as fuck, and I went to Walgreens because it was half price. It was the day after. It was awesome.
No one forgets eating 24 fucking Reese's eggs.
Yeah, you don't forget about that.
Yeah, you remember that.
It was bad ace.
I hate Gold Star now, just for that a similar reason like this. I won like a 10 coney rack at one of these football games in high school, and I ate every single one of them, and I've regretted it ever since. Every time I look at Gold Star, I just want to vomit. It makes me think of plastic meat. I don't know. It's just horrible.
Yeah, I'm with
That's
you. I don't
just
really fuck
how
with it.
Gold Star tastes.
Yeah, but it's just like I have a horrible memory of just all the vomiting and the shitting.
You threw up because of the 10 rack? You
Oh
didn't
yeah,
even
I
get to
threw
that
up.
part.
I don't remember too much after that. It was like high school. Like this was over a decade.
Yeah, I ate 10 conies and blacked out. It was a crazy night.
It was the craziest night ever. I just remember I was shitting my brains out, and then
I woke up next to a
little bit too.
half-eaten dead deer. I don't know if I did it, but there was blood all over my shirt. I want to forget those days, the coney days.
It was awful. It was awful. You ever eat something so much that you just want to fucking vomit?
Only pussy.
Wow.
Damn.
This dude gets sex.
Smell my finger.
Pat, will you
I'm
smell
not-
my finger?
Dude, why'd you have to like touch my nose with your finger?
I wanted to rub it into your
Oh,
beard
dude,
as
did
a
you
flavor
karate
saver.
chop your butthole recently or something?
Do you
No.
ever scratch your asshole raw, Cody?
So
Like when your
let me
wife-
ask you this right now, Cody. Have you ever scratched your asshole before shaking my hand? Fucking touching my stuff? Hugging me? You fucking have, dude.
1,000% I have.
You are nasty.
I always do it on the underwear, but my hands smell. I like to get the
You
good.
don't do it on your underwear. You do it straight on the fucking raw ass skin, dude.
No, I do it on the underwear, but
Oh
like
my god, my mind's
you
blown.
get some powerful ass smells on your fingers. You know when you get a new cigar and you like get it
So selfish,
like
Cody.
under your nose. I do that with my fingers.
You're
My own
sick.
asshole.
He gets high off of it.
You smelled his finger raw.
Yeah, dude.
So
I got a weird taste in the back of my throat
Have you
now.
ever had your asshole itch because of swamp ass and you just
Yes.
you're at
Oh,
work
yeah.
Yep.
and you got to go in the back and dig in that motherfucker, just wiggle worm your fingers all up in there and like really like, but you
It's in your-
scratch so hard
your
and that itch
body.
is so unitchable because it's inside of your intestines. You're like ah, and you're moving your butt cheeks trying to get it. It's making my asshole itch just talking about it. But then you finally get it in there and then like you're like oh for sure I'm gonna take a bleedy shit after this.
I think the worst times to have swamp ass, like an itch and swamp ass, is when you're at the gym. Like, let's say I'm on the elliptical or something, and
Yeah,
I have
I
a
work out.
fucking like wedgie or a fucking itch. You know, you gotta like fucking wiggle yourself a little bit and just try to itch it. I don't know. You gotta do something special. You gotta like go to the bathroom or something to itch that shit.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about being at a gym. I won't lie to you. You don't get man titties like these and go work out and shit like that. All right. Well, I don't know why that felt so flat so
I don't
quick.
know.
Holy shit, that was
Because of
uncomfortable.
gym.
Because I'm thinking of you like
I was like,
scratching
you know.
your asshole before you
How we
like,
all
hug
go to
me.
the gym and eat
in
vegan.
your
We
nose.
don't use
Vegan.
straws at restaurants anymore and shit.
So I did want to talk about the Donner Party.
Let's get fucking into it.
Is our internet working now?
Absolutely not.
Are you fucking serious?
I'm 100%
We'll see if the
serious.
Patrick,
page
you need
is
to get
at
better
least
internet.
loaded.
Dude, I'm shocked.
Pat,
Someone look it up on their phone. What the fuck is a Donner Party? I had no idea until this today, and I feel like a fucking idiot.
I have it on my phone, but it may die mid-read.
Uh-oh.
it's gonna be what
because
happens
you got
to.
water on it, or
It's gonna be what
No.
happens to the first people that want to go to
Oh, it
space,
died right now.
basically.
oh shit. Well, it looks like someone else is gonna have to look it up.
So you're saying that if someone went to space, they're going to eventually end up eating themselves, like eating each other?
100% yes. How are they gonna get back? Are they gonna build a fucking another spaceship and like harvest rocket fuel from the dead
be-
planet that has nothing on it, no resources that can be mined, no equipment to mine with? Like,
I don't know.
the fuck is that gonna work?
I really do not like the idea of leaving our planet and
Small-
going to another one. I mean,
Small-minded.
I like the idea that we should do that, but I don't want to be that guy that goes on Mars first.
I do.
It'd
I
be scary
couldn't.
as fuck,
Yeah,
dude.
well, yeah.
Lawless.
110% it would be. It would be sort of lawless at first, for sure. But without a doubt, no matter how it turns out, really, if you're one of the first to do it and your name is there as Pat
that's a good point.
Seta, title of executive agriculture, whatever, you're in charge of growing shit. Your name will live on forever in history, forever, as one of the first
You'll
human
get like a
beings to
statue and shit.
ever be there. Even if you
Yeah,
don't.
you could be one of the first people to die on Mars. That'll be awesome.
You for sure
Luke
could
Young
be.
was the first to go.
You for sure could be, but you would still be fucking legendary.
Yeah, you could be the king idiot. That'd be cool. I mean, the fuck?
That's
Ian-
fine.
Ian, you going to space or nah?
Don't bitch out.
Yeah, you want to go be the prince of cold rocks? That are,
Yeah, you want the chance of suffocating possibly
I mean,
in
I'll
your sleep?
go visit like the
You'll
space
visit?
station or whatever.
Like
the,
at
the
Mars?
thing that, yeah, the
The
thing that they
ISS?
have up there. But like, I don't know if I'd want to be like the first person on Mars. Maybe the second or third.
Are you listening, NASA? If you ever decide to start getting money in your pockets again, you broke motherfuckers, put me on Mars.
are we calling on NASA right now? Like,
I guess.
are we
I
a
am.
shitty
What the
NASA,
fuck
we're
you
calling
doing?
you out.
Wait,
You broke,
isn't it
bitch.
Elon Musk? That's the one that's trying to get us.
SpaceX.
Yeah, that's trying to get us to. There,
Elon
not
Musk.
NASA. So
Yeah.
I think we should
I
be calling
respect
him out,
you.
not NASA.
Elon Musk, I respect you, brother.
I mean,
Send
he
me
is
up
pretty
there.
cool.
I'm down.
He invented a not your flamethrower kind of thing. It's a flamethrower, but he calls it not a flamethrower.
Because it's
but
a
he
welding
sells
torch.
flamethrower. Yeah, it's a welding torch basically.
Oh, okay.
Did you ever know about that? It's
No, I
called,
did
he
not.
He started a company called the Boring Company.
Get it? Because it is a flamethrower, and he's so rich he can be a,
Yeah,
he can afford to
sell
be
it.
sued over and over and over again when people light each other on fire. It's the not a flamethrower challenge. Can you be burned to death and survive? Let's find out.
But there are some kind of like fucked up things about Elon Musk that not a lot of people really talk about. Like, didn't he promise
Let's
to
talk about it.
fix the Flint water crisis? And didn't he also like want to redo all of Puerto Rico's like power grid? What I'm not saying that he's not doing it, but what's going on with that?
We can't condemn him for literally anything. I mean, it's not his responsibility in the first place to do that. If anything, our government has failed them as
Absolutely.
an entire state
How do we know
for not
that-
getting them clean water.
How do we know that
If
he's not
anything-
actively working on it, though?
Exactly. If even
That's what I'm saying.
if he is actively working on it, then I mean,
He's
he's a
keeping
fucking
it on,
saint.
like, the down low
Just
or
give him some
something.
time.
And if he can't figure it out, you can't be mad at him for
He's
saying that
trying.
he was going to try to do something.
That's all
cool.
it takes.
Yeah.
You just need one person to do some shit to change it.
And
I
if,
hope
if he fucking does do it, then him more than anybody else should probably have more say in a country.
What's crazy is
Yeah,
that
really.
like Puerto Rico, since they're having such damage fallout from all this, they're in the new generation, the Maria generation, I believe it's what it's called, but it's like kids having a very uncertain future now because of the damage that's done. How crazy is that shit?
I mean, that sucks. Like, I would hate to.
Like, there's millennials, and then there's the Maria generation for them.
Yeah.
You know, they have their own generation of kids that are going to grow up in fucking disaster.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
How about we move away from the island that can be hit by hurricanes? Let's get the fuck out of there.
You act like that's so easy.
Yeah, wow, Cody.
You say that it's so easy
Such
while
a
living in
typical
a
American thing to say.
I mean, we go from
Well, I
talking
mean-
about possibly the Donner Party to like
Puerto Rico's problems are making my dick soft.
We're gonna get into the Donner Party.
I got my own problems. I don't got time to figure out the world's problems. Man, can you imagine all these starving dead? Like, all right. Yeah, I get it. People are suffering. I don't have any way to fix it. I don't want to bitch about it.
You could donate, Cody.
No, I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
I've got to get drunk 5 days a week. How am I going to do that? I'm trying to support some little fucking Puerto Rican kid's habit.
That's a real first world problem, bud.
That is.
Yeah, I don't care. I didn't ask
Just
to
one
be here.
measly penny, Cody.
I
That's
didn't
true.
ever ask my parents to bring me into this world, so you can't force me to care about the
Can't
problems
force you
of
to do
others
this.
because I
Speaking
don't.
facts.
Because I
Speaking
don't.
facts.
I got enough people in my life that got problems, and I care about their problems and my problems, and that's too many already. So
He's
I
got
don't need
99 problems and
Charity ain't one.
yeah.
What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna donate to every charity. Like what the fuck? Oh, you believe in the Puerto Rican efforts, but you don't believe in supporting Colin Kaepernick. Like, all right, I'm done. I give up. I don't have the capacity to give a fuck anymore about anybody else's problems except for my own. When the hurricane hits me and my house and my family specifically, then it'll be a different story. I'll be like, please donate to the
You'll be on the camera.
Cody Hucker needs a brand new PS4 fund
You'll make
because
this
he's
out
got
of face.
swallowed by a hurricane.
He needs the fun for is the PS4.
It was the only thing that was damaged. It wasn't a strong hurricane.
need a new
It didn't even
PS4.
really affect my life. The power only went out for an hour and a half.
my
Nonetheless, my
PS4
PS4 is gone.
Let me tell you right now, if a hurricane is hitting Ohio, the world is gone to shit. You are receiving no donations. It's already flooded.
Have you guys ever like experienced a not tornado, but like a hurricane? Like been
No, have you?
No,
I've
because
been
I've
in-
lived in a hilly place called Cincinnati, Ohio my entire life.
Well,
Have you,
I,
though?
would- I have. My parents, my sister and I, we used to go down to New Smyrna Beach in
Oh, I go
Florida.
there every year now.
And a friend of ours used to own a condo down there, so we'd stay in Orlando with them, and then go down to their condo, stay there for like a week or so. And one of the times we went down, we were at the condo during one of the hurricanes that was going on, and that was
It's crazy.
that was
Is
pretty
it
crazy.
terrifying?
Give me a
no,
play-by-play.
not really. Like we slept in the hallway because obviously can't be close to windows and shit.
Right.
'cause stuff could
Oh,
fly
shatter.
through.
Fuck.
But like waking up the next day and just seeing like shit like toppled over from like the wind and all that was like Jesus Christ. Like it was pretty, I guess, intense.
Were you
would be
on the
word.
beach?
Yeah, it's like right. It was.
So the
it's, like,
condo's
right
on the beach?
Yeah, it's on the beach.
And it wasn't flooded?
No, it didn't. Like just shit was like knocked over from the wind. I don't think it was like too powerful to like make it flood
Right.
and all that, or at least
Your condo was one of the ones that were suspended, correct? Yeah, those
So-
are really cool.
yeah, because theirs was on like the very top. So
What was it
they
like
were good.
watching that sucker come in?
It was interesting. Like we were outside on like our balcony watching it, and like we took those like stupid pictures where you're holding on to the railing, like making it seem like you're about to like holding on for dear life so you don't get blown away.
Fuck
But I
yeah.
mean, it was pretty interesting seeing like how what it did with like the water and the ocean and all that.
It makes it real dark.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy.
Yeah.
Makes it real ominous, and the water gets really rough.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy, and some people go out there and surf in that shit.
I could not. Do
At New
that.
Smyrna, that I was just down there a couple months ago, and there was a huge it was storming the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
The power went out once or twice. It was crazy. We were in a Publix, and all the power went out, and it's like there was hundreds of people in this store. Publix is like a Kroger up here,
Mm-hmm.
and when we went down there, yay, the internet's working. When we went down there, and the power went out, it took the air out of the room. It was so fucking ominous.
Pat,
Damn.
when the hurricane was coming, did you jerk one out real quick? Like this might be the last time I ever get to bust a nut.
I bet.
Like, get it.
Like in the pitch black for the quick 1 second, the power's out in Publix. I'm jacking off. Oh shit!
Sir, what are you doing?
But I
Pants
do.
around your ankles instantaneously.
One time I went to Jamaica.
No, the wind blew my pants away.
What?
Frozen food section.
I might have got
That's so
too high
stupid,
before this
dude.
podcast.
But I think one of the. I mean, I haven't been through like any hurricanes, but I've been through like tropical storms, which are obviously lower versions of that.
Mm-hmm.
But when we went into Jamaica, there was a tropical storm, and the power went out on the island. The whole side of the island we're on Montego Bay,
Oh shit.
and that was so fucking crazy because there was a lot of Jamaican weed down there, and I got a lot of it there.
Nice.
So we were smoking a lot, and we were sitting out on the balcony looking at the jungle and the hotel, and it was dark, and all the lights went out, and everybody here just starts screaming, ah, ah. The power went right back on, but it did it like 4 or 5 times that night. It was really freaky.
We've got a video pulled up of a guy surfing in a drainage canal after the hurricane in Hawaii. I want to check this shit out since we're on the topic.
Yeah, let's definitely get into that.
Do we need sound for this?
What a fucking idiot.
This dude's trying to die. All right, so the setup is like the video says, it's a fucking drainage canal. So it's like this. I don't know how to describe a drainage canal to listeners that don't know what it is. It looks like a flooded subway tunnel, and it's just got like
It's like a giant open sewer.
If you've ever seen a wave like machine before, like a thing that generates waves or whatever, it looks like a super intense version of that. And he's surfing on it, and it looks like if he falls off that board, it's just instantaneous death.
Yeah.
If I'm pretty sure if he falls and gets taken by the current, he'll be pulled under into a tunnel.
100%.
And hitting all those filters that are in there and
all
just getting grinded up.
And all the shit that's inside of the, like, if it's in the middle of a fucking hurricane, like, there's a bunch of debris in there that's just going to
It'll fucking kill you.
Look at this dude. God, what a dick.
During a hurricane.
What are you doing?
So what happens if you fall, dude? Like,
we just discussed that.
I know, but I'm just like, what a fucking idiot.
And now
he just
gone,
fucking fell.
He's gone forever. He's gone forever.
For sure, he's probably fine, right?
No, it's the fucking internet. This is the internet, dude. You've been on the bastard sermon, dude. Anything could happen.
I was about to ask, like, how would he get out of that? Like, if he didn't get swept away, like he did.
Like, what happened? Was there a rope?
Yeah,
or
like,
something?
was there a rope that he like would? Because it kind of looked like there was another surfboard in the water,
This may be a
like
sequel.
tied to something.
Oh, is this the?
Oh, so it's like underneath a bridge or whatever the fuck.
What a fucking tease.
And why
Dang,
is it?
dude.
Hold on. Not for broadcast, you son of a bitch.
Oh, whatever.
That's dumb.
Oh, it's a
You
picture. It's like a picture of a
bastard.
screenshot. Oh, so he just gets washed away and goes out on the other side into this like flooded fucking soccer field area.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Wow,
So he's probably
So
okay.
we're
fine.
all
So
fucking
he's-
wrong. We don't
Well, I
know
thought
what
it
we're
was-
talking
Yeah, we-
about. Don't listen
we're
to
so
us.
No
confident.
research.
I was
know
talking
shit
about
about
filters
anything.
and shit. What filters, Pat? Now I'm curious.
I mean,
Do
there's
you
still
see all the
debris,
gears?
but like,
I thought Pat knew something that I didn't know for a minute. Like,
I mean,
oh yeah, there
that's
must
what-
be filters in the drainage canal
There has
that
to
are gonna
be.
grind you into bits.
There has to be, dude. What do you think? It's just like it goes nowhere. Like they have to filter that shit out so trash doesn't get in the ocean.
Well, that's what water
Yeah, they're not
filtration
doing a good
systems
job
are
with that.
for.
Yeah, they'll have like big ass fences in there and shit. I don't know. I don't fucking know. All right, guys. Is that what you wanted to hear?
yes.
1,000%, yes.
Speaking of sewage and whatnot, don't ever fucking throw your goldfish down the toilet if they're alive because they're a pest and they'll fucking destroy the ecosystem, as this video is showing.
You can't just
Good
eat them.
God.
What's wrong
Would
with
you-
eating them?
Can you eat a goldfish?
I don't know. Let's find out.
So
I mean, they
basically,
make goldfish crackers, so
Well,
yeah.
we're watching a video right now where it looks like a lake and it's a little dock and it's raining and some guy's got a big net and he just keeps scooping so effortlessly into the water and pulling out giant amounts of fucking goldfish. You can eat your goldfish. What do you know?
It says that gross flake and or pellet stuff is what your fish has been eating exclusively. Pop a pellet or two. That's what your fish will most likely taste like. Goldfish, like any fish born and raised in captivity, really should be cooked before eating. You guys want to eat a goldfish for the bastard sermon?
I am so down.
You know,
Let's do it. If they
got-
just say that it's completely safe, I mean, fuck it. Like, I don't care about goldfish.
Black Collar TV asked us to do that eating challenge.
Just bring
We
him
should
a
bring him
goldfish.
Buy a goldfish, bro. Yes. We found out that we're doing it.
Here, let's
for
tell
sure
Ian
we're
what
doing
this
that.
is.
So our boys from Black Collar TV, which is like Rhett Smith, Mike Dermeyer, fucking Tyler Thompson,
Check them out. Check them out.
Nate
Check 'em
Tozier,
out.
Jack Griffin, a bunch of people that we've had on the podcast before. They have a
YouTubers.
YouTube channel
Okay.
where they do mostly like Grand Theft Auto 5 like shit, where they go into like director mode and then they dub it. But they have this new thing coming out called Broke Chef, where they're gonna basically they're gonna have guest judges like us three on or whatever, and we're gonna come on and we each have to bring an item from the dollar store, and there's gonna be two cooks, so we don't know who's gonna be cooking what yet, but we've got to judge which one's better. But they've got to use our ingredient that we bring from the dollar store in. We don't know what they're cooking, and they don't know what we're bringing, so they already have to assemble their ingredients and have it ready to go for the episode. So we're gonna bring in a fucking goldfish.
And eat goldfish?
Bro, I'll
Would you eat
some
goldfish? Ian, would you eat goldfish? If let's say you came here tonight
That would be so wrong.
and I was
dude.
like, "Hey man, I made
Can't
you some
wait.
goldfish. Like I worked really hard for this. I made this just for you." You eating it?
Yeah, I'd probably try it.
Give it a nibble.
Would you really try goldfish?
I mean, if it was maybe like deep fried or something.
No,
but
it's baked.
baked.
Be baked.
Maybe, yeah.
What
I
about
think so.
what about sticked through the mouth and just put in a fire?
Yeah, it looks like a whole goldfish. It's just burnt to a
It's
crisp.
a cooked, brown, little blackened.
Ian, what we're trying to ask you is, do you like
cooked
charcoal?
golden fish.
Oh yeah, I would totally eat it if it like yeah.
What's the worst thing you've ever eaten?
I wouldn't really say it's like the worst. Calamari.
It's the worst, dude. I love
wouldn't really-
calamari.
Calamari
I
is
mean-
pretty good. Is it just because it's like fish eggs?
No, it's
It's not fish eggs,
it's-
dum dum.
It's
What
an
is it?
octopus.
It's octopus eggs.
No, it's squid.
Squid
Or
eggs.
squid.
It's not eggs,
It's
brother.
not
You're
eggs, it's
thinking
like
of
a squid.
caviar.
What the fuck is it?
It's like fried squid.
It's squid. It's the fucking tentacles, my dude. You don't know what a squid
Ah,
looks like?
Yeah.
Ah,
know
no,
what
I
squid
didn't
is.
study the diner party or squids when I was in high school, so no. Cody, can you Google what this squid is?
They're unreal. I'll tell you.
I mean,
that.
I thought at first it was like the worst thing, but then like I tried it one time when I went out to Seattle, and actually it wasn't that bad.
Did you
tried
eat
it
it
with
deep
like
fried?
yeah, and then I dipped it in ranch, and it was actually pretty good.
I made an octopus salad one time. That was pretty good. It was really chewy though. It's like bubble gum.
octopus salad.
So we went to Jungle
Octopus is
Jim's.
good.
We had like arugula and fucking spinach and like some romaine. Threw it all together, and then like some tomatoes and some weird spices. And
barf,
we threw fucking octopus in there. and a
barf all
vinaigrette.
over it.
It was
Like,
good.
octopus is a lot better than you think it would be. It's not like it'd be like really gooey, chewy. It's
No.
like it's just tough meat.
You know, I was open to maybe try it until I had heard that to kill it.
Oh my god.
Before like chefs to prep it when they kill it to eat it, they gotta like bite on its fucking skull, on the
They don't
head.
have bones.
Yeah, they have to fucking bite on its head to kill it.
Just bite their brain to death.
Yeah, it's unreal.
Oh my god.
Look that junk up.
I don't want to eat it anymore.
Right? It weirds me out, man.
Look, this lady's gonna eat a live octopus.
That's kind of fucked up. I don't like how they eat them like live. That's really fucking
Dude, that
weird.
thing. What if it just like oozed its way up out of her throat?
That's what I'm saying. It would if you
Gets
Yeah.
stuck and
whole.
crawls out.
Huh?
What if
Yeah.
it gets stuck halfway down? You're
Yeah.
like choking and it's trying to crawl its way back out.
Can we research
Exactly.
that? I'm very curious.
Does she just start chugging like?
Oh, and keep watching. This thing's alive,
Yeah, she's wrapping it around these fucking.
Chopsticks.
dude.
And dipping
And
it
Oh
in.
my god.
I'm not doing this. Would you do it, Cody?
Yeah.
You would eat a live octopus?
I would
Oh!
not. No.
Dude,
She does
no.
bite its head. Luke was right. They bite the head first. She goes in head first and then bites the rest of it down.
Well, of course, that's the most humane way
you were
to
just
do it, I
saying,
guess.
You were just arguing a minute ago. You were
No,
like,
no.
nah, they don't do
Nah.
that. They don't have bones.
No, they don't have bones.
Ugh, Jesus. She looks like she's fucking
Eating snot or something.
so gross.
But tell me.
Ew,
she
I
doesn't-
don't want this at all.
She looks like she's
This
actually
isn't calamari, Pat.
having a good old fucking time though. Like, look at she's smiling.
Loving it.
Yeah, like having an
Tentacle
adventure
porn.
right now.
Yeah, how many octopuses has she eaten?
Whereas me, there would be
Octopussies.
plates
Octopussies has she eaten?
covered with vomit.
This is never the answer you want when you ask the question, what that mouth do. Like,
Fact.
hold on, I got a YouTube video for you. Like, all right, well, I'll see you.
What would you do if you're going on a first date with someone and you ask them like, where do you want to go eat? And they say, I want seafood. And then they show you a video of them eating live
I'd be like,
octopus.
fucking relax. Can we start with Starbucks? Like, I don't even know if you're crazy yet. You want seafood? The fuck do you think I am? The prince of fucking Wales? No, you're not getting seafood on the first date, you fucking psycho.
You wouldn't do that?
No.
No.
What's a first date for you guys? Like, what are you taking them on?
Hey, want to go get blackout drunk at the bar? I don't take people on fucking dates, Patrick.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, I'm not gonna drop hella money.
You guys
at
don't take
dinner
people
for
on
a first
dates?
date.
I mean, I do.
Absolutely.
If I'm
I
like
do, but,
dating
like,
somebody,
Okay,
but
okay, but dates.
You guys are fucking assholes.
No, dates don't have
I'm
to
not an
hold to this to the lame stereotype of okay, we're gonna go out to dinner and then we're gonna go to a movie, or we
Uh-huh.
gotta go to a movie and then we're gonna go to dinner. Like that's boring as all shit, especially if you don't want to fucking do that every
That's pretty
weekend.
much something
You
you
go
do
to
in,
like
high
a park.
school.
You can exactly.
is
you
high
go to
school.
a park. You talk to each other. You learn. You go to a different place in the state. You eat somewhere local.
Go to like a art
Yeah.
museum or something.
Yeah, you have
free.
something
just go see shows,
adventurous.
local shows,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
fucking
Shows.
like, that's about it. I don't
Yeah.
really
All
do
right, all right.
anything
I was thinking you
I mean,
guys
if
were
I-
just
if
like
I-
cheap as fuck and you don't
No.
give a fuck. You
No.
Go
sick
to an FC
bastard.
You're right.
Cincinnati game.
You're right.
I've seen.
I mean, I am
fun.
pretty fucking cheap.
Shit's boring to me that most people do on a date. You
Yeah.
go to the botanical garden and look at flowers? Not at all.
Absolutely
No,
not.
no. There's pictures on the internet. You
Yep.
can look at them for free there. And
Is that how you view the world, Cody? You don't want to see the actual sites. You just want to
1000%.
just Google an
that's so
image, but
sad.
you don't. I guess that's really sad.
Sites
So-
are everything.
Is it?
Yeah, that is. Yeah, because you would see
Yes.
something that's so powerful, and it will have an emotional impact on you.
No, it won't, because I
Absolutely.
went and saw those things, and I felt the same way about it. I went to Millennium Park, saw that big giant silver bean, and I was like, yep, could have Googled this. And then went to
That's
fucking...
not exciting. That's
not
We're
exciting.
talking about man-made, not man-made. I mean, I'm talking about
Like,
like mountains.
if
I'm
you see-
talking.
If you see a city in person, it can be impressive, like a big city or
Meh.
something like
Yeah,
that.
of
I've
course
also
it is.
I've
but
also
we
traveled
live in
a
a
lot.
city.
I'm more nature. Like I went to Seattle. It's been almost 3 weeks now, and went to Mount Rainier, like the national park there, and that was actually really cool. Like driving up there, stopping at a couple waterfalls, and then like at the very top is like a visitor center and the mountain. I didn't get like too close to the mountain, but like close enough to where it was like it was really cool to like look at. Trying to get a picture though, like a selfie with it behind me was a bitch because I always got a glare. But like, just seeing that was, I think
There's
the
no
first
words.
time. Yeah, it was breathtaking. I guess you can say.
Well, for me, I don't like leaving the house unless I have to.
That's sad, dude.
Dude, yeah. We
How's
gotta
it
get you
sad?
outside.
I mean, I like
live a
being
fine
inside.
life
Oh, I
inside my
mean,
house.
every
happy
now and then,
that's
but I need
fucking
to get
good.
out. I need to like go do something. It's like it's been at least maybe a month or so since I've been hiking last, and I miss nature.
So, I was in a relationship for a really long time. She'd always convince me to do boring shit that I didn't want to do, like go hiking or like some nature shit and fucking go to a park or
Boring
some
shit.
fucking awful. Go be outside with the mosquitoes and fucking get sunburned. Yay! It's gonna
It's
be
only
a
boring if you stay on
experience.
path.
Can't
If
wait
you
to
go
do that.
off the path, like Zach, him and I, we go to this place in Madison, Indiana. I
Yeah,
think
he
that's what
goes
it's
hiking
called.
all the time.
Yeah, he's the one I always usually go with, and it's called Clifty Falls, and we go off trail to go to like get closer to the waterfalls, and like that's just a lot of fun. Like the first time I went there, there's I think like 3 waterfalls, and we went to like all 3, and they were like really cool.
Yeah. Me and my friends got a chalet in Gatlinburg one summer. We went hiking on this path. It was like 5 or 6 miles. I think the waterfall path was called Maria's Falls or something like that. But we went up this mountain and we got to the waterfall and we climbed down the side of it so we could actually get into it. It was about a 60 foot, inverted, climb down, and it was just so beautiful to be in it. Actually there at the base of it, watching it and looking around and seeing the trees and realizing that aside from the path that was made from tourists over there, all this stuff has been like this for millions of years.
It's fucking crazy
Yeah,
to
but
think
Luke,
about.
have you ever got drunk in a basement by yourself?
Yes, and it's been miserable and sad.
I didn't finish my sentence every night for years.
All right, well, let me say my answer again and then multiply it by 100 sadness.
It's not sad though. I have a
To
fine life.
me, to me.
Hey,
I've
as long
only
as
ever
you're
been
happy.
drunk
Shit.
once.
Yeah, as long as
All the
you're
shit that
happy,
you guys
that's
are
all
talking
that
about, I'm
matters.
just thinking about how much fucking work. Like you got to buy a plane ticket to Seattle, and then you got to fucking get there, and then you got to
But
walk
Seattle's
around, pretend like
amazing.
you're enjoying it and shit, take pictures so that you can pretend like you liked it later.
Oh, I absolutely, I don't fuck around with pictures too often because to me it's a hassle to have to get the camera out and click.
I've seen some
I
pretty.
like just like experience.
I'll
I've
take
seen some
pictures
nice
every now and
nature
then.
from the comfort of a vehicle as I'm passing through it. Oh, it looks pretty, and then
I like looking back on the things that I've done.
Yeah.
So I'll take a shit ton of pictures. I don't give a shit. Whatever. I'm still there. I'm still looking at it. You see some crazy shit, man. Hey, you live it. If you feel happy doing whatever you want to do, just fucking do it. No big deal.
all
Whatever.
that nature shit's just always so much fucking work. I'm just like,
Dude, it is
God
a lot of
damn,
work.
I don't want to fucking do all that.
But it's
work.
rewarding.
It's very
It-
rewarding.
The fuck it is, because I've
it is
done
a lot
it
of
a
work.
lot. I grew up camping all the time and fucking going out in nature. It's not like you guys have done
Maybe-
stuff that I haven't done. I've done a lot of this shit, and I hate it. It's not for me.
What are some horror stories?
Maybe you went out and did these things with terrible people.
No, I had a lot of fun.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes.
Wait, you had a lot of fun, but you hate it?
It's just so much fucking work. Like, yeah, it's fun, but like, I don't want to make all the effort to go fucking do something that you get a little bit of fun out of. Like, I'll have just as much fun in my basement by myself.
Really?
Or out at the bar, getting drunk and seeing some local band. Yeah, I'll have just as much fun. So it's not like for something that's a way easier path to fun, I'm not gonna go fucking like out of my way to go pack fucking camping equipment and wood so I don't have to harvest my own fucking wood and like hopefully it doesn't
We're not talking about
rain.
that. We're just talking about simple hiking and
Seeing sights.
we're not talking about Survivor Man out here or Bear Grylls.
Boring.
Yeah,
Naked
that
people,
sucks.
or whatever that show is called.
Shit.
Whack ass
That
hiking.
naked people showing like
Naked and
Discovery.
Afraid.
Yeah,
I've watched that once or twice, and it's really awkward.
yeah.
It's just a guy and a girl, and they just walk around fucking naked the whole time, and they have a camera crew awkwardly follow them, and you just see their dirty naked bodies the whole time. It's really, really weird and cringy.
So
Can't
glad
watch.
I don't pay for cable.
Dude, fuck cable.
Yeah.
Who the fuck has cable nowadays?
People who watch shit like that.
It blows my mind that people still have fucking home phones.
Right.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, some people have to because of the bullshit some cable companies pull.
Like what? Like Comcast? Like that
Well,
shit?
I know someone who has to have a house phone, otherwise they won't hook up their Wi-Fi properly.
Oh, that makes kind of sense. Sometimes you got to plug stuff into backup phones and make them work.
Which sounds like a whole bunch of shenanigans.
It does. It's a bunch of
Yeah.
bullshit. It's fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at one of these other videos real quick.
Wi-Fi.
Is the Wi-Fi working?
It claims that it is, but I'm sure as soon as we get something queued up, it's gonna be fucked up. All right, here we go. Fun nature video. Show you how much fun
Yes.
nature is.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
boy!
Yes.
Look, we can go on a hike across a bridge that you'll
Cody,
for sure
you
die
could
if
be
it falls.
experiencing this.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Fuck
Okay.
yeah.
Look how much fun nature looks.
That would be so sick, though.
Fuck
I mean,
nature.
If it doesn't
Talk about I
this.
can't. You're talking about I can't believe that people fucking still have home. I can't believe people fucking go outside and go into nature. Like, what are you gonna do in nature? Walk around, pretend like you're deep, and hopefully you don't get eaten by a bear. Like, what's your fucking reward?
Hopefully
Oh,
Jason doesn't
this
come out of somewhere with
tree.
his machete.
Look at this beautiful tree. I'm gonna take a picture and write something deep that I read in song lyrics so that everyone knows how good my life is. And then
I'm so woke.
yeah, and then fucking
You
like
are killing a whole fucking group of bitches on Tumblr right
fucking
now.
whack ass nerd bitches
Dead.
going outside, walking around,
Killing
pretending like
them.
you're deep. And then fucking you go on your little nature hike, and then you get
then
to
this
this
shit happens.
You get to this fucking.
This bridge
This
that's it's a
bridge.
drawbridge that's across this whole long way.
Is there a hurricane going on in the
I
background?
wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
It's like an Indiana
Once ex-
Jones fucking rope bridge with like boards hanging across it, and it's just up and down and sideways and loopy
like there's a hurricane or something. Like it would
fuck?
fucking catapult you off that
It's-
thing.
It would for sure
God.
toss you.
Look
it would
how-
for sure toss you.
Look how majestic the wind is.
But I
the
would.
way that we're all
tried it.
nothing, and it's so powerful, and we think of ourselves as these big creatures, but really the wind.
I would
could
make a game
fuck
out of
outta
it.
here.
Fucking go to the middle of that,
Try it.
hold on, and just see like how long you can hold
Until
on.
it launches you
Yeah,
off
until
and
it launches
crushes
you
your
off.
skull on the very shallow creek underneath.
I've always wanted to have my face.
Exactly.
Yeah. 10
al-
points to Gryffindor.
I've always wanted to have my face degloved horribly on rocks below me.
She gloved.
Yeah, dude. Well, that's what happens like in Gatlinburg and shit, or like Red River Gorge. If like people,
Red
that's
River
wh-
Gorge is amazing.
yeah, it is amazing. But if you fall off those cliffs,
Yeah, you're fucked.
yeah, what happens to people? And I think I've explained this before when I went back in the day. But basically, when you fall off, like they find people with their fingers like nubbed down to the bone, and like their face is degloved because they're trying to hug the wall so much as they fall, because you have enough time to process it, and usually you're not too far off of it. Why are you
Yeah.
looking at pictures of bears, dude?
Bro, here's what happens when you go outside. See what happens? Don't go outside. Why are you
go
going outside?
This isn't
There's-
gonna happen to you.
There's bears out
survived.
there. Why are you out
Do you
there?
know how to like defend yourself from? Well,
You
certain bears,
don't.
I guess.
There's
You
no
don't.
defending yourself unless
there
you
is.
have several
If
men
you
with
want-
big shotguns that can shoot that bear 12 times in the
Well,
face.
What bear is it that you had to like pretend to be tall and like make loud noises?
None of them.
Well,
All
there's
of
certain
them.
ones. No, there's
No,
certain
you,
ones.
you have to do them to a few of them, yeah.
But
Yeah.
brown
They will
bears and
kill
grizzly
you all.
bears are not. I think brown bears
No.
are the most dangerous bears. I think that's what that
Polar
is.
bears are for sure the most dangerous bears. They're the
Well,
biggest.
they actively
the most
hunt
deadly.
humans. But
And
like,
each other. Bears are fucking cannibals, all of them. They
Yeah,
eat
they're
their
fucked up.
babies.
I mean, everyone's a cannibal.
would you eat someone? Would you eat human meat?
If I had to, like, if I was like,
Still want to go outside, Ian?
I mean, yeah.
Check out the fucking Grizzly Man audio.
Dude, that is some of the most horrifying shit I've ever
will
heard.
stay with you forever. Okay,
Can't wait
so
to watch it.
listeners who don't know who the Grizzly Man is, check out the fucking documentary. It's about this crazed loon
Dude,
who would
this is
go out
horrifying.
and sleep in the middle of a forest bushel,
I consider it a comedy.
He was
surrounded
Fuck.
by bears, and he would go there every summer, and he would study these bears every fucking summer. And one summer, him and his girlfriend, who he had finally been bringing out there for the last couple of years, decided to go
The
back.
guy's name is Timothy Treadwell, by the way.
They go back to the campsite. On their way home, they heard that there was a storm coming by, so they went back. And when they went back, the bears who were moving in from after waking up from hibernation found him and fucked him and his girlfriend up. They
Yeah.
both died.
Oh,
And
I
she
think I remember
lived, I
hearing
think.
about that.
Oh yeah, she did.
I think
survive.
she lived. But
She
basically,
survived.
he was recording everything. Like, he thought he was totally cool with all these
Yeah.
bears. He was actually going a little crazy. He spent more time in the woods with these bears than he did with actual people.
Yeah.
Shit.
This thing is fucking crazy. Like, if it actually pulls up, our internet's fucking shitty tonight. As always, it seems like.
The camera has the lens on. It's just black. You don't really see
the night.
anything. And I don't think it happened at night. But the lens is on, and you can hear him. It's just quiet at first, and then you hear him go, "Oh God!" And it just de-escalates from there.
Yeah.
It gets
Shit.
so
It
fucking
gets fucking-
bad.
And there's
Mauled.
a video of it, but like they got
That-
rid of it forever. So in the documentary,
Oh man, I wish I.
it's in the documentary. Werner Herzog says like he's watching here. He has the tape and he has like the audio of it, and he was like, "We should never allow this to ever get out there." And I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about? For sure, upload that shit. Like,
Yeah.
what are you talking about? Yeah, I
People
wanna
need
see
to
him.
know about this shit. Bears
Right?
are terrifying.
People need to know why you don't go fuck with bears. Like, for sure, it's a good deterrent to watch this man get eaten alive
Yeah.
by a bear
Yeah.
and then his wife while they both can't do anything about it. This is why you don't go play with bears, stupid. You see all the people playing with quote-unquote fucking
They
trained
don't
bears? Here's
give-
what happens when you play with nature, bitch.
They don't give a fuck. They will eat you while you're screaming.
Yeah.
They have no mercy. They just are calculated and cold, and they will eat you alive.
Well, real fucking experts, recognize that bears are also predators. And they know when and when not to fuck with them and how far to stay away from them when filming. There's real people, not like Timothy Treadwell, who's like,
Well,
I
no.
can come up and knuckle
He
bump
probably
this
probably
fucking
tried
bear.
fucking some bears.
No, the problem
bear
was that-
fucker.
No, the problem was he stayed too long into the season. The idea is that, like, as
He went
long as the
back.
salmon are plentiful and, like, the bears are well-fed, they don't give a fuck about the people around. They're just trying to fuck up some salmon and do some fucking before the winter comes. But, like, the bears that didn't eat enough, that a lot of the bears go hibernating is the idea. And then,
These
like,
were the ones that didn't
the
go
ones
yet.
that don't have enough fat stored on their body yet, and they're starving and hungry and can't hunt well because they're older and shit
Yeah.
like that, and they're looking for easier food sources. They're still up looking for food, and they're hungry. That's why you can't stay later in the season. And they came across one of these bears that fucking murdered him and his girlfriend.
Gruesomely.
Gruesome
well,
shit.
no. I think Pal was right. I think she did survive.
I think she survived for sure because I think that because she owns the video.
We'll
I
never
think that's
know.
what it is. Yeah, we'll never know because our internet sucks.
We're actually at the halfway point, so we can make a break and wait for the
Yeah,
internet
we'll
to
see if it
recover.
comes back on. Well,
We'll
cool.
be back, motherfuckers.
All right, bitches. And we're back, fuckers.
What's up?
What up?
So back to the Grizzly Man. You ready for some nightmare fuel?
Oh,
Ian?
yeah.
I want you to be haunted, and I want all of our listeners to be haunted by this horrible, horrible audio of this guy's death. Oh man, it's fun. Yeah, it is inappropriate for viewers.
We get the do you wish to proceed thing. This should be good. All right, so it's just audio. So
Dude, this
enjoy,
is about to
listeners.
kill. This is gonna take the air out of the room. I feel like.
It kind of will.
We're gonna listen to two people die on audio. So yeah, probably it'll be bad.
Possibly 2 people.
Let's see what happens.
Allegedly. I kind of want to take my headphones off.
It's just like the sound of shit moving now.
It's coming. Hold on.
I believe you.
she's telling him to fight back. What the fuck?
Bitch, I'm pretty sure he's dead at this point. Oh, nope.
No, the scary part about bear attacks is that they eat you alive. They don't kill you first.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck that you're screaming. They'll just eat you.
She's screaming, fight back. You just hear the bear.
This is where it gets sad, because you eventually just stop hearing anything, and you just hear the bear grunting.
So while we were playing that, I found actually that they both did die. It says the couple's mangled remains were discovered quickly upon investigation. Treadwell's disfigured head, partial spine, and right forearm and hand, with his wristwatch still on, were recovered a short distance from the camp. Huguenard, which was the girlfriend, partial remains were found next to the torn and collapsed tents, partially buried in a mound of twigs and dirt. A large male grizzly, tagged Bear 141, protecting the campsite, was killed by park rangers during their attempt to retrieve the bodies. Jesus Christ.
If you watch the Grizzly Man documentary and you listen to the people talk about what it was like to kill that bear when they came to the site, it sounded fucking terrifying.
They found 2 bears, it says. They found the Bear 141. They found a younger bear. And it says that it was killed, but other animals got a hold of the younger bear first, so they couldn't necropsy it. But the first bear did have fucking human remains inside of it when they necropsied it. So,
Charged them.
yeah, that's fucking intense.
They should have taken those bears to
Damn.
trial.
Why are we protecting bears? I don't understand. Just kill them all. Fuck bears.
People have this.
What do we need bears for?
People have this weird thing because of Disney that animals have
This
like,
cuddly teddy bear kind
that
of.
they also understand us and they get us, but they can't speak for us, so we have to speak for them. Like, that's their mentality, where it's not true, where they're much more baser and much more instinct driven, and it's feed my belly or
Would the
get out of my
ecosystem
way.
collapse without bears, though? Like, would there be like
I'm sure there would be some, like, I mean, they're a top predator out in the wilderness.
Yeah,
I mean, they control the deer population,
There'd
which
be a
can be
new
a
predator.
fucking nightmare.
Then there'd be packs of wolves hunting fucking deer
There's
everywhere. and
not
then
enough wolves.
You
If
got a
kill
new
off
problem.
There's more bear. Bear aren't even they're not even endangered. I don't think, except for like polar bears, or pandas too. But I think there's only like 6 types of bears.
I'll flamethrower a polar bear right in the face. Fuck a polar bear. I don't
Well, fuck.
polar
Polar bears will
bears.
fuck you up, dude.
Oh,
They'll
yeah.
eat the shit out of
they're
you,
giants.
dude. They will fuck you up.
They are fucking giants.
Dude, I don't ever want to go actual camping anymore unless I got a cabin because I'm so scared of bears
Okay.
now. Why is
There's-
my internet shut down again?
There's a woman who was on Joe Rogan's podcast, and she was on this show about people living in the farthest end of Alaska, in the middle of fucking nowhere,
Fuck
in the
that.
woods, surviving on their own, and just going into town for supplies like once or twice a year. And this woman, she runs a base camp for hunters and flyers, so they can come by to refuel or sleep or whatever, and then they're off. She takes care of them, but she lives in like these really small, flimsy tents out there, and she talks about all of the encounters of all the different predators she's had. She's been stalked and had to find a wolf who was hunting her on her own campgrounds in between the trailers, and she had a polar bear rip through her tent right over her head where she was sleeping and yank her out. She was attacked twice by 2 different polar bears.
How
guys-
the fuck do you survive that? How do you
Right?
survive?
She shows you around the tent place. She is strapped to the fucking
It wasn't a
teeth.
polar bear, though. The woman on Rogan, she didn't get attacked by a polar bear. I thought it was
She-
a grizzly.
She's been
Either
attacked
way,
by 2 different
horrifying.
polar bears.
She shot at one of them.
We might be
didn't she?
talking about different ones, but yeah, she did kill one. But
Damn.
she has a gun like every 3 feet, and they're all loaded, and not a single one has its safety
What
on.
if the polar bear gets a hold of the gun?
What if
my
the polar
God.
bear
Then
sticks
we're
it out?
all dead. We're all dead.
Have you guys ever seen this crazy video of the fucking dude that gets inside of this glass, like,
Yes.
and steel cage or whatever, and lets this polar bear just fuck with him? Like, what a moron! He's got GoPros attached everywhere. Watch
Wait,
this
why?
fucking-
Why did he do this?
You just need one faulty window.
Because he's
Right.
a silly fuck. Oh, this
Oh
isn't
my
even
god.
This isn't even the video. Hold on.
Makes my butt.
"Quote unquote brave cameraman. Why did you do this? You're a psychopath.
He's like in
You're
the
not
middle.
brave.
He's in the middle of this
You're not
tundra,
brave.
You are a psycho."
inside of this fucking glass box. Let's see what he has to say to the fucking camera. Dude, this thing's just creeping towards him in this box. Bro, it just wants to eat you. What is there to
Get to
understand?
yeah, you know what's
They're-
coming. You know
they're-
why you did this.
It's a giant four-legged murder machine. It just wants to fuck you up, bro. What do you mean?
That's kind of
understand them?
that's terrifying, dude.
Sure, they might be beautiful and majestic, but they don't have like some sort of angelic presence or mindset. They're murder machines.
You know how strong these fucking things are? Like,
strongest at the weakest point. The door.
They could peel the skin off of your body like
Oh,
Pyramid
God.
Head did that bitch on the church steps.
Oh god damn.
this dude's
That part.
tightening levers down. Oh, it just wants to
It's
fucking eat you, bro.
Trying from all angles.
Imagine while he's filming this, that fucking door falls down.
Right.
And there's no escape.
Nope. Nope.
You're just Fucksville.
Yep.
The bear's nose has led it to a gap.
You can sniff me. Gosh, I could have actually touched its nose.
Better stick a knife in his fucking nose, stupid.
Yep.
Fuck that thing.
God damn.
Look
I
at those
would
big
not-
ass paws, dude. They're the size of your fucking head apiece.
I would not have gone in there unless I was strapped.
She's trying to see if she can.
Those big giant fucking teeth while it just gnaws and tries to fucking find its way inside this cage.
Pushing all his weight.
And it's rattling this fucking
Oh my
cage, dude.
God.
Dude,
Damn.
monsters are real.
Monsters
And they are bears.
Just walk out into the woods. Just keep walking. You'll find monsters. There's plenty of them.
It's so interesting. You grow up and you think like certain animals are cute,
And
you know,
cuddly.
and cuddly. And then,
Mowgli.
yeah, and then you grow up
Mowgli.
you realize they're the walking
Baloo.
nightmares. God, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Have you ever had like a crazy experience with an animal?
Yeah, my dog. It's fucking awesome. My relationship with him's unreal.
I was hoping for some.
I mean, we used to own this Shih Tzu when I was younger,
Oh,
and
God,
we
not
like
the
we
Most
Shih Tzu.
dangerous of all the dogs.
we lived in Florida at one point because my dad's job moved us down there, and my sister and I were playing with him. Like we were running around the house, and my sister decided to throw a fucking blanket on top of him and like have him chase us while he was under the blanket. And she ran off somewhere. I went to go sit, I think, back at the computer or something like that. And I took the blanket off of him, and he comes running at me. And I'm thinking, oh, he's gonna give me a kiss.
Did you punt that Shih Tzu?
No, I did not. I wish I did. He fucking jumps up and bites me like right here. And
His little dog's got hops.
yeah, it hurt like a bitch.
For the audio listeners, he's pointing to like its eyebrows, right
Yeah.
eyebrow.
Yeah, that was not fun. And then there was one time I was cutting my parents' yard, and there was a bee's nest, wasp nest, in one of the trees, and I didn't see it. And like
Shut up, damn.
I had to cut, like, obviously there was grass around it, so I had to get like kind of around it, and I guess I hit it a little bit, and I feel like something sting me. I'm like, what the fuck? And then all these like bees, wasps, whatever the fuck they were, start stinging me to the point where like I literally fell on the ground and like rolled out into the middle of the street because
Anaphylactic shock.
yeah, well, no.
So you're
From the
allergic?
poison of the bee stings.
I mean, it wasn't. I don't really remember how many were like stinging me, but like it was enough to make me like fall on the ground and like roll to like get away from wherever they were, and it sucked. I hate. Like I know certain bees, we gotta like protect them and shit.
Nope, we
But
don't.
Yeah, we do.
Well,
No, we don't.
Yeah,
we
we
do.
do.
We don't
actually
have.
do.
We don't have to.
The only way that
We
we'll
know
have
who
vegetation.
uses pesticides here,
Yeah.
Luke.
Fucking me. If there's a fucking wasp nest or bee nest on my house,
Wasps, fuck
wasps,
them.
hornets,
No,
like
sir.
fuck those guys.
You can
but
murder
like,
those things all day long.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
bees don't usually fuck with you. So I have a
Why you gotta fucking kill the bees, dude?
I have a thing about bees. So like I went on a camping trip with my dad one time.
allergic to them.
Like one of the worst.
Yes.
That sucks.
Sorry, go on, Cody.
Well, so this will make your butthole swell up real fast. We went on a camping trip with my dad out in Brown County, Ohio. It's like a rural area, and his friend owned a giant fucking farm. Like I'm talking like a couple 100 acres of land, and we just like would get lost in the woods of his fucking farm and just go set up a tent anywhere. And we forgot the main path back to the place, so we're like after getting fucking rained out for 2 days straight, eaten alive by mosquitoes, fucking sweating our balls off because it's humid and it's raining, and we're getting washed away in the tent. Like it sucks balls. Finally the rain stops coming down in fucking waves, and we're like, we got to get the fuck out of here. And my dad's like losing his marbles because we've been out here for 2 days and it just sucks, and our fucking portable DVD player broke, and like because there was nothing, like, because normally we'd shoot guns and do nature shit when we were camping, but like the DVD player was a backup, and I'm talking just torrential downpours the whole fucking time. So we go to get out the tent, and he gets the zipper fucking caught inside the tent, and he can't get it out, and he just fucking Incredible Hulk rips this tent in half, fucking says, get all the shit out of the tent right now. We get all the shit out, and he throws the whole tent in the fire, and he was like, now grab the shit and let's fucking go. And it was like the most pissed off I'd ever seen my dad. So we're walking back with like armfuls of like shit that we brought with us through this like sludge, and we can't remember exactly how to get back, and there wasn't any clear path because of all the rain and shit and like the trees that had like swept over the path. So we're like trying to find our way back, and Eric, the dude's farm that we were on, he also like has a bee thing, like a multiple bee homes or whatever, where he harvests honey and like and the beeswax and stuff like that. My dad is deathly allergic to bees, and I've never been stung, but all the Hucker family is deathly allergic to bees, right? So I'm thinking like, oh fuck, we can't go this way. And my dad's like, we have to. There's no other way. And I can see the house like way off in the distance going down fucking this way. So we have to like creep through. It's like holding our breath and slowly walking through this fucking field of like, they're swarming us, but they're not doing anything. We didn't get stung or nothing like that. But the whole time I'm thinking, what if my dad gets stung and just dies? Like, I'm not strong enough to carry this man out of here. Like, the fuck am I about to do? It was a super horrific situation to be in with bees. Like, I never thought I'd be more scared of bees ever. We got out of there with no stings, but it was fucking intense because I'm talking like he had 4 big, like, you know those, have you ever seen how they keep bees in those like little square boxes or whatever?
Big white boxes.
Yeah, he had like 4 of those things, and they're just like in a big open field, and it's fucking, and like trees all around and shit like that, and they're just like swarming everywhere while they're fucking like going out to pollinate and stuff like that.
Yeah, that would be fucking crazy.
It's pretty intense shit.
Oh,
Can you
fuck
imagine being
that.
stung to death by bees?
I would hate that.
Terrible way to go.
Nightmare.
Have you ever seen those videos of the hornets that attack the bees? Those Japanese hornets, and they attack the bees, and what the bees do to defend themselves?
Where they vibrate and they heat the hornet up.
Yeah, they cover themselves over the hornets and vibrate and heat them to death.
Huh.
It's pretty interesting. He's pulling up a video right now. I have no internet.
Dude, you have by far the worst
I
internet.
have the worst internet.
I told you the internet would work until we wanted to pull up something, and then as soon as we wanted to, it's just gonna fuck up on us. Fuck. All right,
God.
well, let's
Let's
get
change
into
the
Ian a
subject,
little bit.
yeah.
We haven't really got into Ian at all. You were telling us while the mics were off that you've got some crazy stories from like working in a retirement home. Is that right?
You worked at a retirement home?
Well, I work at a assisted living facility for people with dementia. Like, I help take care of them and shit.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. You get some people that like hallucinate and shit.
Please,
You get-
please tell us.
Like, some of them think that they can see death, like the Reaper.
Reaper?
Yeah, pretty much. Like,
What the
yeah,
fuck?
they'll be like,
They fucking can.
Yeah, that's not a hallucination.
That's not. They're not lying. It's coming soon.
Yeah.
like
there.
when it's like either for them or like for another resident, they'll be like, yeah, there's like some hooded like guy walking around, and it's like, okay, and sure enough,
Is that how you respond?
I
You're
mean,
like,
because you're
okay.
like, once you get used to it, because like I've
I
been
just
there.
shuffle them into the room and throw tapioca at their head. Shut up and eat, stupid. Hurry up and
Pudding
die.
and fucking shut
Well,
up.
I mean, I've been working there for like 3 years, so it's like I'm used to it by now, but like if it was your first time working there and you hear them say something like that, you'd be freaked. Yeah, you'd be freaked out. But like, obviously,
But it happens enough.
Yeah,
where
it happens enough. Like, yeah, it's
Sir,
all these people are looking at death.
Sir,
and you're
I
like,
think
okay.
I think I saw death. Oh my God, ma'am, that sounds terrible. He said we were out of tapioca. That ain't true, is it?
Okay.
But one of the crazy stories from working there was we had this one guy. I can't remember what his name was. We were sending him to psych because he would like beat people up, beat other residents up. Like we get really combative people, and we had to get the police to come in and like hold him until the EMTs got there because
Was he flailing around and knocking shit over?
pretty much like I just remember at one point hearing one of the cops saying that he was close to being able to get his gun from him. I just
What
remember
the
hearing
fuck?
that,
What
and I'm
kind of
like,
old dude is reaching for guns? What's he gonna do?
a guy that doesn't want to go to the psych ward and wants to like
what happens
fight
in the
back.
psych ward?
They pretty much go there to
It's like hospice. Like
Be-
they go there to die.
no they go there to like get their meds
Readjusted and shit like
yeah
that.
readjusted and stuff because like
It's not like a padded room where they wear
No.
a straight jacket.
No.
and
I've
put
been
these
in the
old
psych
people.
ward. It's not that bad. It's just.
It's a nightmare to me.
Did you go?
No, I mean even
You've never
if,
been to
if-
one?
If I had to visit my grandmother when she was admitted, for a couple of days, and that just going, knowing I had to go to visit her, was fucking terrifying to me. Because
Yeah.
I have like this unreasonable fear, like if I go there, they're just like, "You're here now, like you're crazy." Guess what? And nobody's gonna believe you.
You're stuck here.
They start wrapping Luke up and feeding him fucking.
Yeah,
This is
exactly.
normal.
Put you in a straight
That's
jacket.
my fear. Like there's some I don't know.
Luke,
They-
have some of
It's
these
irrational,
Well-
and I'm crazy.
When I went there, I got dropped off by the police. Well, I had a weird night, and the cops didn't think that jail was the appropriate option and shit. 'Cause when
We're
you're-
over here figuring out crazy stories from this guy.
But fucking.
Well, when you ask the police to shoot you, they don't take you to jail. They take you to the psych ward. So they cart me off to the psych ward, and I was pretty drunk, so the staff told me the story back later in the morning. I didn't really remember exactly what had happened, but they carted me off into the psych ward. Apparently, they just put me in a room. It wasn't like locked or nothing. They didn't pad me up. They didn't strap me down. They were just like, sleep it off, dummy. And then that wasn't the right solution to a man that had gone completely off the rails like moments before. So I fucking come out of the room and start banging on the fucking glass and threatening hospital staff. And next thing I know, I'm eating the floor and they're injecting me with 3 different needles and I'm trying to push security guards off of me. It was a fucking weird night.
Oh
but like
my
Damn.
at that point, they
Whoa.
did strap me down. However,
As they should have.
they
Strap
didn't
you down?
strap me down very tight. Well, so they bring me in back into the room after they shoot me up full of. I read the paperwork. It said Giadin. I don't know what Giadin is, but that was on the paperwork. Whatever they shot me full of, and then they hold me down on the bed, and then they put straps around my hand, my wrists, and my ankles, and the fucking strap was loose. So I started working my hands out, and then I was working on my leg, and they were like, "Oh, well, now we're gonna put the chest strap on you. You're not gonna like this." And I didn't, and they strapped me down to the bed.
I fucking
So
didn't.
you can get strapped down at the psych ward, but I don't think that's their first go-to move unless you were belligerently crazy when you show up.
You want to hear some scary shit?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes, please.
my grandmother told me when the couple of days she stayed there was this old man. I don't remember what she had said his name was. She definitely remembers him. He kept coming into her room, even at night, convinced that she was his dead wife.
We have stuff like that at my place. Like there will be residents going into other residents' rooms thinking that they're like
Nightmarish.
yeah. They're-
Old people are
They go in
fucking
thinking what?
scary
They
looking
go in
the
and like
first
they'll
place.
think that either if it's a girl going into a guy's room, obviously they'll think it's like their husband or maybe like one of their.
Do they go in there and get
Kid.
stripped and then they strip? Shut up! They strip.
Some of them I have not walked in, but I have heard stories of some of my coworkers walking in and seeing like residents having sex.
Nightmare.
But they think they're married, but they're not.
No, but
So wait, one of them has the crazy idea.
married for
Gets in
tonight.
there, convinces the other crazy that they're also like married.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
and then they both start banging.
Pretty much.
married.
But,
we
like,
are? Yes.
The
Yeah.
thing
Okay.
the thing that you were talking about
What's
reminded
that
me of
hood
something.
man in the room watching?
My dad, when he was probably about our age, he worked at a nursing home not too far from here. It's in O'Brienville. It's I
Okay.
think like St. Mary's. Something
You don't
like
have
that.
to. You don't have to say the name.
Yeah.
But like he had this one resident, and he'd go check on her, and she'd be like, "Someone's in my closet," and my dad was like, "No, no one's in your closet." Like just thinking she was hallucinating or
make me check.
whatever. Well, then he goes back, and she says it
jeepers.
again, and he looks in her closet to be like, "Look, no one's in your closet." And there was a resident like in her closet.
I would have had a heart attack.
Oh
and
my
died.
god! Imagine that you open that up and someone's like in their fucking
Dude, I
hospital gown,
can't
kind of
ha-
fucking.
Can't
Yeah.
Piss
handle
my
crazy
pants.
people. Can't handle old people. Can't do
Well,
it.
what happened? What
I
happened to
would've
the
pissed my
resident?
pants,
What do you
screamed
do?
at the
I
top
mean,
of my lungs.
I'm sure my dad like took him out of the room, but like walking in on that, I've never. I mean, I'll walk in and see like other residents, obviously in someone else's room while that person is in there too, but like never have I like walked in and had to open a closet to see that a resident was in there.
I feel like working in a place like that is kind of like experiencing many felonies take place all the time.
Oh,
Kind
yes,
of.
please.
Well, kind of, but okay.
like, I mean, tell me that isn't trespassing, and then like the sex,
Sexual
like,
harassment.
you're my wife, and it's like
I mean,
that's
yeah.
sort of brainwashing and rape, you know.
But
Grooming.
So, how many of you guys have done acid before?
I
Not me.
have.
I
Okay, so
Me?
I did acid one night before work because I was off. So like I did 2 hits of acid and I was up pretty much until I went to work. Like I did not sleep at all.
That usually
So-
doesn't let you.
Can't sleep.
So I went into work and I was in a resident's room helping a resident change, and there was this other resident walking through the hallway, and she was like talking to herself and like laughing at what she was saying, and it sounded kind of like it was almost like one of those really creepy like demonic type laughs. And like had coming down from an acid trip, I was just like, the fuck? So I go out in the hallway and I see them and I'm like, oh god, no. Like I
Oh,
just
no.
tripped like not too long ago. Like I do not want to hear this shit.
You made the biggest mistake
Yeah, that's
of
not. I don't
taking
even.
hard hallucinogenics and going into a mental place for old people.
Yeah, you're
That
a
is
madman.
nightmare.
I mean-
I do and watch risky stuff on that, and you're living it. Like,
I mean-
oh my, that's
Luke can
that's
shut
like,
the video off. You can't leave.
No, you're experiencing Outlast. Like in
Yeah,
all
that
actuality,
is. I'll probably be like Outlast. I'll be like, wow, that's.
I'm
I've
here
never
now.
done it before, but I fucking would never do it there if I did.
I,
Luke, is it your dream to have dementia? That way you can hallucinate all the time for free. Luke's like, wait, all the time? No money?
I mean, it depends on if
Sign
the
me up.
hallucination's like fun, you know.
it's fun.
Like,
Yeah,
did
like
you
trespassing.
fucking see
and
that little dude behind you?
Can you just imagine?
No, like,
I saw death today.
Well, and they will hallucinate like little kids too. Like they'll be like, "Did you see where the kids went?" It's like, "What kids are you talking about?"
You know, the ones that don't have any eyes?
So, have
shut your mouth.
so what else have you seen there? I'm sure you've seen all kinds of fucked up shit there.
I
Let's
mean-
see what
I
fucked
might-
up shit can you delve into?
Well,
Do you ever give them acid and see if it fixes them?
no, but that would be interesting.
I mean,
There's
what?
times where I've been like, we need to give them weed just so they can mellow the fuck out, because like there's
They're
some.
always panicking because
Yes.
they're forgetting where the fuck they're at every
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Could you
Pretty
imagine
much.
microdosing like without
senior
their
citizens?
knowledge? Someone with dementia,
I
let
mean-
alone a senior citizen. Oh my fucking
How's anyone
God.
ever going to know, Luke? I mean, they're
Right?
already crazy as fuck.
Yeah, they're just being crazy.
Yeah, you know crazy people.
I want to see
I've seen
it. I want to see it. I don't care if it's ethically wrong. I want someone to do it. Don't do it and say you heard it from us, folks. But I'm just saying, if it happens,
Let us
might
know.
talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's start a poll and see if we can get Luke to do this.
Yeah, listeners, if you plan on committing any felonies, please don't blame the bastard sermon. We're in no way responsible.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, holy shit.
But it'd be dope to see.
Looks like we're not at all responsible. But if you
Luke-
want to do
Luke's-
it, send me the link first.
Luke's trying to like be there as it happens, not
Right.
like read about it in the news.
I kind of want to experience it.
I'll
on
let
that
you
level,
know.
too.
I'll let you know if like someone just comes in with acid to my work and gives it to the residents.
Oh,
You'll be
man.
the first to know.
Put
Do
it
you
in
still work for this
tapioca.
place?
Yeah.
So, like, what kind of fucked up shit can you get into? Like, I want to hear all the horrible things.
I mean,
worst
like-
nights you've ever had, kind of thing.
Well, when I was talking to you about like what you guys talk about on here, you told me some of it's like poop stuff.
Yeah,
All the
let's
time.
hear about your senior citizen dementia poops.
God, some of it's horrible. Like I haven't like this is again is one I have not experienced, but like so obviously I'll come in first shift will give me like their report, and some of the reports have been like there was shit like everywhere in the room. They were like playing in it, like getting it in their hair, eating it. Like
What?
some of the
Eating their
residents.
hair?
No, like putting shit in their hair, eating their own shit. Because some of the residents will do that. Like they will.
You've walked in on someone eating their shit.
No, I never have. But like first shift will tell me that like they've walked in on like someone like smearing shit on their walls or like.
Why?
That's pretty crazy that that's happening on first shift. You think the poo smearing would happen late at
Third.
night. What the fuck's going on here?
That's
Well,
a third
some-
shift thing.
Yeah, but like
Maybe
some of them are
dementia
usually
isn't the same as insane. Maybe they also need some rest.
Yeah. I mean, it's happened on second shift also. Like, I'll walk in and, like, I wouldn't be, like, on the walls. Like, or a whole lot of it wouldn't be on the walls. Some of it would. Some of it would be, like, on their bed. Or
They're
on
writing
them.
red rum out on the
what do you
wall
do-
in their
what
own
do you
shit.
do? What do you do?
I mean, you obviously
Bud
gotta, like,
backwards.
clean them up, clean up the walls. Like, it's a whole ordeal, pretty much. It, like, takes up...
Do you ever sneak into their room while they're sleeping, take a shit on the floor, and then blame them?
No, I've never done that.
It's the first thing I would do.
That's what you would do?
I would never
And then if
do
they woke
that.
up, I'd just be like, "You're just imagining me.
I'm dead.
I'm dead. Come to take a shit on your floor."
Oh, I saw death last night.
And he took a shit on my floor.
And then I'd walk out and I'd
Yeah,
be like,
sure
"Actually, I'm your
you did.
nurse."
Sure.
But the best part is, no one will ever believe you.
Well, you sound like something Stan Marsh would do in a South Park episode.
Stan Marsh, you
Yeah.
mean fucking Cartman?
No, Stan. That's Stan Marsh would definitely do. No,
Or
is
not,
it Randy.
no, Randy Marsh.
Yeah,
Randy
Stan's
Marsh.
dad.
Yeah.
We're fucking retarded. What the
I
fuck?
am.
How did we not know the answer to that?
Drugs.
Well, I was about to say it, but I was taking a hit, so.
Yeah.
Sure, you were.
I-
So you've had to clean up old people poop.
Yep. I pretty much do that every day because, like, it would be pretty bad, like, especially
Is it
when
different than normal poop.
What does it taste like?
I've never tasted it. Some of them, like, have really bad diarrhea some days, like.
Like most of them, or like you
It
can be
depen-
honest. Do
it
most of them have
depends.
diarrhea?
It depends either on like what they eat or if there's like, something going around and it's causing them to have diarrhea.
They sound like children or something.
No, like they pretty much revert back to being a kid because like there's some residents where they can still, go to the bathroom on their own. And then there's some that like they can go to the bathroom on their own sometimes, but then there's times like they will, pee themselves or shit themselves. So like
Don't they wear Depends?
some of them do. Some of them still
Haven't shit themselves for the first time yet, so they-
so some of them still
they're not
wear
on the
like regular
Depends
underwear.
list.
But yeah, some of them will wear like Depends or tabs, which is like pretty much like an actual diaper.
Do you ever fuck with them? Like, show them a picture of your phone, be like, "Do you want to see a picture of my kids?" And just show them a fat old shit that you took this morning.
No,
And
I've never done that.
Just never break a smile. No, it's my kids.
This is so fucked up. This is all so fucked up. I feel
no,
like a
I
psychopath.
have never.
I feel like a fucking psychopath, dude. Like,
Just listening to me, Pat. You
just
haven't
like
even
both
said
of
any-
us.
You haven't
just-
said anything bad yet.
I'm laughing my fucking ass off, and I shouldn't be. This is so sad.
that's what this whole
is people's
podcast
end of their lives.
Well, what are we gonna do, Pat? Sit here and fucking all cry together and sing "Kumbaya"? Nobody wants to listen to that. They want to hear me tricking
I mean, it is
people with
really
dementia
sad.
to watching shit videos.
It is really sad, but like you do need a good laugh every now and then, and like they do some funny stuff, like obviously
They
with like
do
the
funny stuff. Like what?
I mean, some of the some of the stuff some of the stuff they hallucinate. I mean, is pretty funny. Like, there was this one resident. She was like, she said that George Clooney was my dad, and like I got the good looks from him. I was like, well, shit. If he was my dad, I would like. I need some fucking money. Like, I don't.
I mean, what you said? Didn't you say you're adopted, or am I stupid?
Yes, I am adopted.
I mean, George Clooney's from
What are we
Cincinnati.
gonna do next, Pat? Make fun of that? Jesus.
I mean, I don't know who my dad is, which is something I have kind of talked to my biological mom about. Like, she's been a part of my life ever since I was born. Open adoption. We've touched on it a little bit. She hasn't, like, obviously given me a name or whatever, but she told me that she did not tell him that she was pregnant with me, but that he knows about me or possibly knows about me now. How, I have no idea. But yeah, I mean, she's pretty cool. She works at Boeing out in Seattle, so if you ever fly, I think mainly Delta uses them.
So you talk to her a lot.
Yeah, we talk.
That's awesome.
We talk every now and then. A couple months ago, she came and like surprised me and my parents, which was pretty nice. Because like before that, it had been like 3 years since I've seen her, and then obviously like almost 3 weeks ago, I went out there, saw her and her girlfriend, or I call her my stepmom because they've been together for almost 7
That
years.
makes sense,
so,
right?
and then like celebrated Labor Day. Yeah, Labor Day with them. So that was fun. And my stepmom, she smokes weed, so that was cool. Like we smoked a little together.
That's probably so interesting to smoke weed with like your parent or someone that you would consider like a
like
a parent.
yeah,
you know
because
what I
like
mean?
the first time I found out about that she smoked it was when I went there 3 years ago. Like she asked me if I smoked weed. I was like, yeah. And so she got out a bowl and some weed and a grinder and was like, you want to smoke? I was like, sure. So like I grinded up the weed for
Bonding.
us, put it. Yeah, it was pretty much like a bonding thing because like either my mom was in bed because she works like first shift at Boeing, or she was at work while we were smoking. But it was like, it was pretty cool. Like my adopted parents, like they're cool with it. I don't think I'll ever smoke with them, or like, at least not my dad, but maybe my mom, if she'd be down for it. But like being able to smoke with someone that's older than me and having it be like a bonding experience, that was pretty cool.
Aren't
So-
you glad that she busted out with, hey, do you smoke pot? And not like, hey, do you like Percocets? And you're like, no. And she was like, well, I love them. She starts breaking them down on the table.
I've never done a Percocet. Or
Don't
well,
fuck with pills, bud.
I mean, I've had Percocet like for
You don't have to admit to
medical.
nothing you don't want to.
You don't have to say anything you don't want to.
Well, no, I mean, like I've had Percocet for medical, not like, you know.
Oh, yeah, me too, for medical reasons.
So your mother's been in your life since your birth,
Yeah,
though you were adopted.
yeah.
Okay, so you
Like my parents, the parents that adopted me and my biological like family got along to the point where she like came around for
everything was amicable.
Yeah. Like I've been to a couple family reunions on my biological side with my adopted parents. And then my sister, I have a sister who is also adopted, different mom, and her adoption's open, but she is starting to be a little more part of my sister's life, but my birth mom was more part of both mine and hers, so like she treated my sister as her own, which was pretty cool. We'll always ask about her, but yeah, she was in the Marines at one point, my birth mom, and like was stationed in Hawaii and then like California, and then like moved back. Like once she was out of the Marines, moved back to Ohio for a little while, and then has been in Seattle for, I want to say it's like 13 years, something like that.
She ever, well, I'm sure you guys have had to talk about why she did what she did.
She was young. She
was trying to do what was best for you.
Yeah, she was, I think, 15 when she got pregnant with me, and 16 when she had me.
She wouldn't be able to take care of you.
No. So, luckily it was an open adoption, so she was able to, besides when she was in the Marines, she was able to, like, see me and everything, so that was nice.
That's
and
really
then,
nice.
But she's been in your life since
she's
as long as you can
always
remember.
wanted to be involved.
That's fantastic. I have a cousin that's adopted, and she has no idea who her parents are, and it's crazy.
Yeah, I have a few friends that are adopted, and they like, I think some of them are open adoptions. One of my friends, he knows about his parents, but he's like never met them. I think his mom is like a police officer somewhere in Kentucky. I can't remember what he said his dad does, but like they at least like know the name of the person, but like they've never met them. So
Do you ever know that somebody's adopted just by how they smell?
No.
I heard that the adopted could do that. Maybe I'm getting my facts in weird
Oh my
places on the
god!
internet.
No, yeah, you're getting that.
Yo,
mixed
we're
up with
trying to have a
fucking-
heart-to-heart with Ian here, and you have to be a fucking dick about it.
You're talking about small people, Cody. Duh.
Oh, well,
No, it's fine.
on a positive note, I have a friend that gave up his first kid for adoption, and he stays in her life constantly, and, like, his other kids that, like, he gave them up when they were really little, so, like, or when he was really young, rather, so he wasn't going to be able to afford it and take care of it and give it a good life, so he gave it a happy home, and, like, now they know, or she knows, the little one knows and shit, and the other kids, like, go over and, like, this is my other sister that lives somewhere else, blah, blah, blah. And it's, like, really cool experience. So.
How do you feel about people that, let's say they do adopt, they don't tell the child until they're a lot older of what's going on? Do you think that it's better to be told when you're younger, or would you rather have waited to have known? Well, I mean, I'm sure you wouldn't have rather waited, but you know what I mean.
I mean, I feel like maybe finding out when you're young is a better idea, because I think that's when I found out, or like, I think I always knew I was adopted, because obviously, like, besides my parents that adopted me, another lady would be, coming over to see me, and it's like, okay, who is it?
Caught on.
Yeah, I kind of caught on, I think is what my mom told me. But yeah, I think maybe finding out younger, because then, like, you never know, like, people could bully you for
Not knowing
or something like that. Like,
Hold the fuck on. Were you bullied for being adopted?
I've been bullied. Like,
Drop the names. I need to fucking meet
let's
up
fuck
with
those
them
fucking
right
assholes.
now.
I mean, this was like a long time ago, so obviously I cannot remember names. But
There's apathetic fucks.
There have been times where people have used adoption to like make fun of me.
Oh,
that's so fucked up.
That's
kids are dicks,
infuriating.
dude.
Yeah.
My parents got divorced when I was 2, and kids would make fun of me for that shit. And it's just like, why? Why you say this horrible? Why are you
Right.
saying this horrible shit? Just anything that kids can get to bully, be a dick, they get fucking pleasure out of it, dude.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird.
Hey, but I mean, have you ever really hit someone with a sick burn that you knew struck to the
I was
core?
just about to say, have you ever bullied somebody, though? I mean, it gets you right there in that bully spot. Oh, man, that was good. Look at him
So this is
crying.
what it
I
feels
did
like.
something. No, the first time that you realize that you can affect somebody else's whole life just with your words, like, it's a powerful moment in your life. You're like, oh, I could fuck people up. But then, like,
Troll.
I'm not encouraging bullying, but, like,
I love you, Cody.
a little bit of bullying makes you harder as a person. You need to be a little bit harder.
You need to know how to
You need to have
give shit, and
confidence.
you need to know how to take shit.
Yeah. But
A little bit of
back when
thick
you're a
skin's
kid,
not bad.
like, and someone's like fucking making fun of you for some dumb shit,
Yeah,
like, stuff
yeah,
that normally
being
wouldn't
adopted
bother
is
you.
something you shouldn't
Yeah.
be
That
picked
you
on
get
about.
kind of caught in a corner, and there's not much you can really do. Like, what are you gonna do? Fight back and get your ass whooped by like 10 dudes or some shit?
Learn
I mean,
how to
I
be
did
funny.
fight back once, and I mean, it wasn't against 10 dudes. I was
over exaggerating.
But like when again I was living in Florida and these kids were making fun of me, and I think I tried kicking him, and he just like grabs me by the ankle, and I'm like hanging upside down, and then like I'm pretty sure there was a teacher watching all this, and
You
they
were
didn't really
battling
even
a
do
giant in your classroom.
shit. Yeah, pretty much. But like, yeah, I will admit bullying has kind of messed with me a little.
Messing with anyone, dude. Makes
like-
you insecure.
Yeah, it's definitely made me insecure and like self-conscious and shit. But I feel like I've kind of gone past it a little. Like there's certain things that still like I'll be, shy or self-conscious about, whatever, but like certain things have helped me boost my confidence, and so I mean,
Like when she's swallowing your dick and she gags. Man, it is big. I knew it.
Wow, Cody.
Nothing is a confidence booster like that.
Like, get
even
your
if she's
dick
just
sucked.
kidding.
You're a maniac.
Nothing builds confidence like coming in a woman.
That is, as funny as that is, that's a true fucking statement.
I'm just saying, man. You get laid for that first time, and you're like, I don't give a fuck about these fucking dorks trying to bully me. A cool thing happened. I got fucked with a lot too. Like it made me like violently angry. I don't let people fuck with me like at all. Like I don't like it. Like I really don't.
Says the biggest
listen.
ball buster I've ever met in my life.
Listen, if it's for comedy, but if you're trying to fuck, there's
Oh,
a difference
okay.
between like if you're like my friend and we're busting balls and it's jokey and like
Yeah.
that's fucking great. I love that. But like when you start trying to like alpha me in like public or in like a situation, like I get like real defensive real quick, and I could be a real fucking douchebag to people that are like that to me because I got bullied a lot. But this cool thing happened. Like when this kid would bully me constantly, would fuck with me, throw shit at me, fucking flick me in the back of the ear in the middle of class.
What a
and
fucking douchebag.
Fucking kick my
Flicker.
No, he would like kick the chair out underneath me as I was sitting down, like just make me look like an asshole. Just all this shit that would make my blood boil, make me fucking want to shoot up to school every day. And then, I went away for summer vacation, and like I went through fucking all these growth pains and shit. Or like I'm in constant agony because I just shot up from 6th to 7th grade. I just went from a little 5 foot, whatever, 6, 7 little kid, right? Little kid still about my size and shit. And then fucking I got up to 6 feet tall over a summer vacation. I come back to school and this little fuckface is the same size. And I was like, oh, how the tables have turned, you little fuck. And I'm stuffing him up against lockers and like elbow checking him and hard as shit when we're playing basketball in gym class. Oh, it was nothing better than that moment in my life. And I could turn
Well,
the
that
tables
sounds like
on
a
this
moment
little
of
fuckface.
redemption.
It
for
was a
you.
moment of redemption for me.
That's
so.
not redemption. That's a moment of vengeance.
Man, maybe it's
Vengeance.
revenge.
Yeah.
Redemption is
vengeance,
noble, and a deed is succeeded.
No,
whereas
Cody came back to
vengeance
hurt.
is, yeah, he came back for pain.
Have I been selling myself as a good guy this whole podcast? I feel
Absolutely not. And I've loved it. I've loved
He's
every
like,
bit of it.
After my experience today, no. But no, I bet it would feel fucking great to beat the shit out of those bullies back in the day.
oh yeah.
Oh, dude, I got a fuckload of shit for having red hair.
I bet you did. That fucking sucks.
Kick a
You have
Ginger
no
Day
soul.
was a very real thing on
That is a
my
real day?
freshman year. Dude, there's a kid, I will not say his last name, but his first name was Dustin.
Dustin what? Dustin what? Luke, what is it?
It was Dustin Moore, freshman year.
Wait, Dusty?
Yeah.
Dusty
Oh,
was
no, not Dusty Moore. It
Oh.
was
Dusty
I
Moore.
love Dusty Moore.
We're calling you out, bud.
It was Dustin
I was like, Dusty
something.
was always a good dude. I don't know what you mean, but
yeah,
anyways.
Dusty is
Not
a
to
good
Luke.
dude. It was Dustin something. But he, freshman year, kick a Ginger Day, broke my headphones. He took a kick at me. It caught my headphone wires. They yanked out of my head, hit the floor, shattered. And I was chased around the 3 floors of Coleraine High School for a couple hours.
Dude.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'd
it
want to
sucked.
beat some ass, man. What the
It
fuck?
was terrible.
What happened at the end? They rape you in the bathroom?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what the end game is. They
It was
just
fucking finished.
stomp you to
I mean,
death.
what is the end game of bullying? Like,
Wait, what are they?
okay, what's your ultimate plan here? You're gonna rape me in the ass, or
It was
I
right.
mean,
like,
what
why
do
are you
they-
picking on me, dude?
I just don't know. Like, why did you run up all 3? Like, I would just fucking start swinging on people. Like, if you just like, if you had a day where it was like Kick Cody Day, I'm
There
swinging.
was once
swinging.
a
throwing
time.
hands, dog. What
There
do you
was
mean?
once
It
a
would-
time where the legendary Luke Young did not have a backbone. There was once a time where he was weak.
But no longer, no longer will Luke stand by.
But
it
then,
takes a lot to piss me off, so I
Same.
Like-
but when it happens, it's
Like
scary.
I bottle up my
Yeah, he'll,
emotions,
like-
which I know is really bad, and at some point I will probably go off on like the wrong person, but like it will take a shit ton to get me pissed and possibly like fight back.
That's how I feel. I used to get in a lot of fights, and I didn't win them all. But I have had some
I never got in
tough
fights,
ones.
but like I just
They're scary, dude. Like you don't even know you're getting fucking hurt basically while you're getting hit and shit. Like you're in the adrenaline's just fucking pumped, and you're getting punched in the face or whatever.
The worst is when you think you're about to get hurt, so you're running away from them.
That would be scary. I mean, when I
That's the
got
worst.
stabbed that one time, that was pretty scary. But I didn't feel the blade. I talked about it in the podcast before. I got jumped once, and some guy stabbed me and
In the hand.
Oh,
yeah, in the
shit.
hand. So I got a big wound right there.
okay.
But I remember this one time I kicked some dude's front teeth out, which was pretty
Shit.
fucking crazy. But it was like it was totally in my favor on like by accident. Basically, it was a party. This guy was drunk. I didn't drink till I was 20.
Pat, did he spit all those teeth out and go, "Is that all you got, punk?"
He did not say that, no, but he did spit some teeth out on the ground, and basically some people had to take me out of there. But he tripped over himself, and I had the chance to.
Why was he
stomp
trying to
on him.
fight you?
It was some bullshit with this girl I was talking to at the time. Not stuff I really want to get over on the online, but
I know what this is probably.
It was just not a good time. It was
Damn.
not a good time.
Pat was like, I showed up at a party and it turned out that I had fucked everyone's girlfriend.
But I mean, I've also had my ass kicked too before, and it's no fucking fun, man.
It's
Like
not.
it's embarrassing as shit.
Yeah,
God.
sucks getting your ass kicked, but those are the best stories. Like, you never tell the story about, I beat the shit out of this guy one time. You always tell the story about getting, like, wailed on or something. Those are the funniest ones in hindsight.
I always brought up, like right after it happened, getting fucking jumped by the 5 dudes and the 2 guns, having to go to court for months and months. And
What
months
happened?
after
How is
that.
What?
this? We're
Wait,
fucking
I've
34 weeks into
I
this
want to hear
podcast.
this.
Luke's
I
got a
thought we
story.
covered
These
this.
crazy shits, these stories out of his ass, like sometimes.
I coulda
I'm just
swore
like,
we
where did this
covered
come
this.
from?
Luke's got a Jason Statham story, like, just chilling.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, I had to drive the car backwards and reverse while there was 3 cops.
Fucking John Wick.
Crazy. Yeah.
Okay, so it was like my freshman year, my freshman summer going into my sophomore year, and we had just gotten to my house in Coleraine from a Target, and me and my friends
'Cause
Austin
that's the only
and
fun
David,
thing to do in Coleraine. Go to
right?
Target.
We went and bought Nerf swords. By the way, Nerf
Fun
swords
shit.
not entirely made of foam. There's
they'll hurt ya.
there's fucking hard plastic pipe in the center of it. Let me tell you, and that motherfucker hurts if you're having grown adults swinging at you. So the 3 of us each had a sword. I bought 2 though, cause why not? And we went to Struble Elementary, and we decided to hang out there and beat each other up with them. And it was about 12:30, and we made our way down the long cement path that you would know if you've ever
You
been
go into
there.
the backwoods to go smoke pot and shit.
Yes. But that staircase that
I used
goes up
to-
into that neighborhood is where I had lived at the time.
Oh, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I
Yeah.
passed out drunk in that field one time.
That field
Story
has,
for a different
there's
day.
a lot of stories. in
I
Woke
that
up
field.
missing a shoe.
I'd like to hear that story.
But
sometime.
Right?
me and Austin were walking side by side, and David was about 10 feet back. He was talking to his girlfriend or whatever, texting. And I just had this real weird feeling that I had to look back. And I looked back, and it was just one shadowy figure, like, running at us, right? And I'm like, I know a lot of people, you know, and I know this neighborhood, so it might be someone I know. But they're running at me full speed in the dark, not saying anything. So I'm like doing that side shuffle that you,
like
that
you don't know
do,
where you're going, real quick.
like before you book it.
Yeah.
You know?
Like,
So I'm doing the side shuffle, and I'm like, hey, getting Austin and David's attention. I look back again, and it's like some ninja shit, right? Like there's the one, and then boom, the 4 just spread out behind him.
Cue the Scooby-Doo ghost music.
It was fucking nuts.
Chase me.
Yeah, so as soon as I see the 5, like I'm yelling, hey, go. And I take off, and me and Austin are running as fast as I've ever run in my entire life, side by side. And we hear from a guy who's chasing us from behind, stop, or we're going to shoot your boy. So, of course, we fucking stop. And when I turn around, I see another dude with another gun in David's face, like putting him down to his knees and then down on his face in the ground.
Dude, that'd be scary as fuck.
Yeah,
Damn.
the other guy who was armed walked both of us back. Austin, like a fucking genius, pulled out his wallet last second and tossed it to the side into the grass.
That's
like,
all you can do.
Fucking genius, yeah. And they searched us. I watched. I didn't have the gun on my head or back at all, but I could watch them put it up against David's and Austin's, and it fucking made my blood boil. They took David's phone and wallet, I think, or just his phone. They took Austin's phone, and they took my wallet. My phone was in the house. And after they dipped off and took our stuff, they complimented my shoes. They said they liked my Nikes. I was surprised they didn't take them. I'm like, you're taking everything else. Why didn't you take my shoes? Like, this is
Did they take
typical
the swords?
jumping, you know?
Nice shoes.
No,
Ginger.
we ditched the swords when we started running. We threw them to the side. I went back
You didn't
next
think it'd be
morning,
effective
though.
weapons against guns?
I went back the next morning. Not there. I was really
They
upset.
took them too.
They
Yeah.
must.
For
I mean,
those
I
swords.
would have, but ditched back to the house, called the police. Fuckload of sheriff and police showed up, and they arrested 3 of the 5 within like 20 minutes of their arrival.
You
Get
point
the
at
other
them?
5 later?
The other 2? No, the other
Other
2
two, yeah.
didn't get away, but that was kind of fine because the other 2 were like children. Like they had these young ass kids there.
Oh shit.
Like they were just sidelined, just watching everything.
We got
happen.
jumped a
Whoa.
couple of times growing up. Like, I remember one time we were walking around too late for Halloween and shit, and then fucking bunch of kids in the neighborhood. It was like me, my little
Bag
brother.
snatching.
Yeah, I was the only one that kept my bag because I just held on. This little fat kid fucking tried to pull me away from my bag, and they took my little brothers and they took my friend Josiah's and just bolted on down the street. And I'm trying to run after them, but I got no fucking athletic ability. Like what am I? I'm winded after fucking. This is before I smoked cigarettes. I'm all full on fucking Halloween Snickers bars and fucking Reese's eggs and shit. And I'm like, I got my candy.
Pumpkins.
But then the worst part was I had to split my fucking candy bag with my crying brother because it was too late to get more candy. God, I hate charity.
Yeah, you do.
I was just kidding.
Have you guys ever? Can you remember any fights you've been in that were pretty crazy? Because I'd like to hear some of those stories.
I mean, like I said, obviously I already told my one fight story. I've never really been in any other fights besides that one, if you even want to call that a fight, because all he did was grab me by the ankle. That was it. Like, nothing really else happened. But I mean, if anyone else has some fight stories, I wouldn't mind hearing them.
I have
Besides,
plenty, but they all make me sound like more of a dick than I probably already sound this whole podcast. So no thanks.
besides being jumped and having to do that, I've only been in 2 physical altercations, and they were very short, and they weren't real fights.
Pussy.
Well, I mean, it was like
I'm just kidding,
I
Luke.
punched
Jesus.
Homie, and then we were separated like immediately. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is going nowhere.
Pat? Got any crazy fights?
Well, I told the crazy one there. That was pretty wild. But I mean, no, I can't really remember any. But I remember I almost got in a big fight, and Brad Hester was there. We were. The fight didn't happen, but damn, it was pretty close. Steve Peel was also there too because he was in the band. I don't think Zach was in the band at that time. But we were playing this house show in Indiana, and we were not like there at all for some reason. They were in the hardcore scene, and we were metal more than that. And this is Hail to the Kings, like, first couple shows. I think it was like their second or third show. Like, they only had 3 songs they played live.
Okay.
And who else? A Judge No Jury, I think, played. I don't know. But we were playing, and some guy threw a bottle at us on stage.
Oh, shit.
Whizzed right past my head, and I just keep going. And we finished the set, and we're walking by, and some dude grabs me by the shirt, and he was a huge dude. Like, there was nothing I could do. He grabbed me by the shirt, and he's like, having a good time? And he completely throws me across the room. And Brad gets up and takes off his shirt. And Brad's a scary-looking dude, even though he's a softie. Was just getting up in his face like, I will fucking beat your ass, dude. And we all walk outside, and Steve Peel Anybody that's in the local scene knows who these guys are. But Steve Peel, he was like getting heated too, and he was trying to pick fights with them, and he almost got us like the cops called and shit. It was pretty wild. But I mean, that's not too crazy of a story, to be honest. But yeah.
Have you seen any crazy fights? Have you guys ever like witnessed some like serious ass whoopings?
So-
Like,
Yeah,
something that wasn't-
absolutely. Our high
Yeah.
school was infamous, dude. Our freshman year, the last week of that year, it was fight week. Every day of the week, there's an amazing fight happening somewhere. Like one dude's jaw got dislocated.
Oh, shit.
One chick was
That'd be scary.
one chick threw another chick down a flight of stairs.
Oh, I remember setting up one fight. I think I told
You
this
set
on
one
a
up?
Set it
very
up?
early episode. Well, so our dude Jason, who was on episode 6 or whatever, a real early episode, he had fucking been wanting to beat this dude's ass for forever because Jason was dating this girl, and then she broke up with him, started fucking some new dude, and then he started talking shit on the internet. And Jason, like, you're not gonna sit there and just like run your fucking mouth. So he was like, he'd like done the
He doesn't take
classic
shit.
like high school thing, like we'll fucking meet up here, and then like the dude would never show up because he was a pussy. And then like Jason skipped his class and went to my lunch to hang out with me, and he's like sitting at our table or whatever, and he's talking about wanting to beat the shit out of Frank. And he was like, I'm going to beat the fuck out of Frank, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you've been talking about this for months. You aren't going to beat him up, pussy. Like, I'm egging him on and shit. And he was like, I haven't fucking seen him. He hasn't even been anywhere. I was like, I see him every day. He comes through the next lunch line after, like, us. Like, we literally walk past and make eye contact, like, every time.
Here, let me show you exactly
I was
where.
like, do you want me to, like, if you want to beat up Frank, like, I could set this up for you. Like, I know, like, you just walk down the line once we're out, and I'm guaranteeing you that we'll see this man. And everybody around us is fucking listening, getting hyped. Like, hey, we're going to fucking, can't wait to see him kick the shit out of some kid. Like, it's boring as fuck at school. So, like, the fight's going to break up the monotony a little bit and shit. So I get them all fucking hyped up and egged on. And we start walking down the hallway, and coincidentally, as I told, not even coincidentally, as was planned, here comes fucking Frank walking. And then, yeah, exactly, just waiting to get lunch. You know how fucking unsettling it is to, like, just think that you're about to go, like, fill your hungry belly after a shitty day at school. And
you
then,
get
like,
a mouthful of teeth.
and Jason walks up like, hey, bitch, bam, just, like, clocks the dude. And everybody in the lunch line circles around so thick that nobody can get through on either side. And Jason was like, you got to have my back in case somebody fucking jumps in. I was like, I'm not jumping in unless somebody else does, but I'm not going to let you get jumped. He was like, cool. And then fucking as soon as he jawed Frank, dude went down to the ground. Jason backed up and was like, stand back up, bitch. We're about to do this. And then they fucking proceeded to kick the shit out of Frank. Like, Frank tried to swing, but the only thing that he got a hold of was, like, the collar of his shirt, ripped it open. And Jason just, like, Jason grabbed him while he was down and fucking kneed him in the head. I was like, all right, that's enough. The kid's not even defending himself.
Damn.
And then Jason had those, like, silly bands on, and the ones that would, like, form a shape. So he takes his silly band off, and it turns into a crown. He was like, that's right, I'm the king, bitch. And he throws it in Frank's face. And I was like, let's go.
Oh, God.
And I grabbed Jason,
Damn,
and I push him
legend.
through the crowd, and I'm pushing him all the way back to the fucking back doors. And there's another building called the Career Center. I was like, just run behind the Career Center and take off into the woods. And then he gets out the door. 1 second later, this old man janitor and a fucking principal comes at me, and they were like, did you see what happened? And I was like, absolutely not. I was way back here. I didn't see anything. They were like, you don't know who's involved. I was like,
no.
Damn.
no clue. And I set the whole thing up and shit.
And then you turn around and you like put your fingers together like
It's always funny trying to see Mr. Reynolds at that school try to break up a fight.
Big fat fucking chin. I saw him get jawed like 25 times by Dylan Hopkins or whatever the fuck. He was just like, Dylan was kicking the shit out of somebody, and Mr. Reynolds' big fat body comes behind him trying to get him, and he's fucking, Dylan's still swinging John Reynolds in the face, and he's all old and fat, and just getting fucking slobber knocked the entire way. And it's in the middle of like a busy ass like lunchroom cafeteria and shit. I saw
Everyone's watching.
some
Damn.
ass whoopings. There was one that they called red versus blue. Some dude in a red shirt, some dude in a blue shirt just got into it, started banging like right there on the fucking right on the
Crips and
tables.
Bloods?
Like, yeah, it was, no, it wasn't like that. It was two goofy white kids that got into it about something,
Okay.
but they knew how to fight, and they were beating the fucking dog shit out of each other, and it got broken up by the police. And
Damn.
I saw all kinds of fucking hilarious.
You know where
stupid
the
shit.
Raw fights were? Behind the church.
Oh yeah.
That's
why
what
why
the-
behind the
the
church?
There was a
planned
church
ones
next to the
happened
school
there.
or whatever. There was like a little hill, and then all the kids like me would go smoke pot and cigarettes back there and fucking drink 40s before school and then walk in all fucked up. But like all kinds of stupid shit would happen and stuff like that. I don't know.
Sheesh.
Corian was a
Fucking interesting little place.
I wish since I went to like a private school, I didn't see as many fights, which I kind of wish I did see.
What'd you see a lot of? Oh yeah, well my dad's Corvette will whip your dad's Camaro. No, it won't.
There are some people that are like that there. Absolutely.
Where did you go?
I went to Elder.
Okay.
Yeah.
I went to Purcell.
Yeah, so then you're familiar with this kind of
Yep.
talk. But I do remember that at Oak Hills, which is like one of the larger public schools in the area, that there was this pregnant girl that got tasered there. I wish I knew.
Did it hit?
What?
Did the pincers hit her right in the baby?
I think she fell over and
She
collapsed
gave birth
on
to
herself.
Electro.
She turned into Electro and she electrified.
How's that not illegal? How do you get to just electrocute pregnant bitches?
I don't know. I wish I knew more information about it.
Why couldn't they have just restrained the pregnant woman? I feel like there's easier ways to handle that situation.
Right?
Literally anybody could restrain a pregnant woman.
Bitch ass cops. Some cops just can't wait to taser the shit out of somebody, shoot somebody in the face.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's fucked up.
That's factual though.
Trigger happy.
I mean, it's fucked up. I mean, they can pretty much get away with that kind of shit, and it's fucking crazy.
All
I
they get
mean-
is fucking desk duty sometimes.
Yeah,
There's
Your suspension with pay.
There are
Yeah, or
veterans who will go on open record and say that when they went to the recruiting office.
Who are you speaking for right now, Luke?
I know I work with it.
Fuck do you mean?
I work with a
Get us
certain
in trouble,
person.
you fuck.
No, just listen. I
Listening.
work with this guy who he when he went into the recruiting office, he said, "I want to kill bad guys." So he went to infantry in the army. But now he's doing like drill sergeant school and all this great stuff. But there must be the same kind of people going into the police academy.
Oh yeah, I fucking bet.
Without
Yeah.
question.
You can get decent money without a college degree.
Great pay.
Yeah, and you just
I
fucking
mean, for yourself.
control society. That's some people are definitely. There's some bad eggs, I'm sure, that go in there from time to time. Same with military, but I don't think all of them are bad.
Oh, without a doubt, no.
I've met nothing but really nice cops in my day,
The
But,
problem
yeah,
is,
Especially all the cops who came to my DARE classes. They were all super nice people, but I took
damn, that didn't work it out.
nothing from it. Nothing.
Cody has a different perspective
Love
on
you, Officer
cops
Rose.
because all he does is watch cop shootings and stuff on YouTube.
I do watch hours and hours of Police Activity, which is a channel on YouTube. I'll shout them out for free every time. Police Activity is this video where it's just a channel. It's unbiased information, so it's not like they don't create a narrative. They don't fucking talk over the video. It's just raw body cam and dash cam footage, and it shows good and bad. It shows cops helping people and catching legitimate bad guys. It shows fucked up shootings where it definitely didn't need to happen. It shows
Lots
like
of that.
everything. They have to kill dogs sometimes, like insane shit, second dogs on people, high speed chases, and I just get obsessed with the fucking like the realism of the situation. It's so intense seeing these like real life situations that these people are going through every single day. So I don't really, it's a fucking hard job. But me and my mom actually had a good conversation about cops the other day. How like I was saying that like a big issue with cops, like obviously a lot of it is like people don't have the mental fortitude for that job and they're not equipped. And like you guys just said, it's a quick way to make money without a college degree. But the other thing is when people aren't physically fit to do that job, when you see a bunch of fat fucking cops walking around and little ass fucking people, like it's fine you want to help out the police and you're like 3 feet tall and shit. Like you can go work the desk job, gather information, but you don't get to go fucking restrain people because what's your only option?
Yeah.
Bang, 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 bang.
Taser,
Like for nothing.
spray,
sense.
gun. Yeah.
Like I saw a video where some 16-year-old girl on this page had to be pepper sprayed and detained by 3 grown-ass men cops, and I'm like, what, you little bitch-ass like dudes can't like handle some little 16-year-old girl? Are you serious?
Was that
like,
the one where they like
fuck?
pulled her out of the car?
No, she was riding a bike and she was like out when she wasn't supposed to be, and she refused to give her parents' name to the cops to have the parents come pick her up, and she didn't have ID on her, and they restrained her until she would tell them who her parents were and how to get a hold of them, and she was like, fuck you, ain't saying nothing, blah blah blah. And they were like, everybody in the neighborhood was like, dude, for real, just tell them. So like, you're not even in trouble, like they just need to get you home and shit. And she just won't comply at all. So they put her in the back of this cop car, and they're about to let her sit back there until she decides to finally just tell them where the fuck she lives. And then she won't put her feet in the door. And they like, you could just shove her feet in the door and close the door. But instead, they're like, we're going to pepper spray you if you don't get your fucking feet in that door. There's 3 big-ass, gigantic, fat fucking pieces of shit cops. hanging around the door, and I'm like, why don't you just fucking force her legs in there and shut the door? Like, you got a pepper sprayer, and they spray a fuckload of this shit at her, and like just shut the door.
Damn.
Like, oh great, now you suffocate her with pepper spray? Like, that's fucking, I don't know.
That's
God
fucked up.
damn.
There's some
Yeah, that's
Pepper
fucking-
spray will
fucked
fuck
up.
you up, dude.
There's some fucking dickhead police that just shouldn't be doing that job. I mean, I have all the respect in the world for good police, but like,
Yeah.
for all the people
They're
that
doing
just,
an impossible job
They just
to
aren't
the best of their
equipped to do
ability.
that.
Scary fucking job.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen the terrible body cam footage of police like setting up crime scenes?
Oh yeah, I saw the one where they're
What?
planting drugs, and
Yeah,
the body
yep.
cam records
30
seconds
seconds.
before.
Yep.
So he planted drugs and then walked out, and then then turned his body cam on so that it would catch him getting drugs, but he didn't know that it starts recording. It's constantly in a state of recording, so that once you turn it on, it has the last 30 seconds pre-recorded anyways. So then they caught him planting the drugs and then going back over and acting like he found it to set somebody up.
Suspended with pay 2 weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking
Fuck that shit.
terrible shit.
I think he got fired.
Yeah, you
Hopefully.
can't get away from that.
I think you
shit.
go to jail when you do that. I don't
What?
think
Why
that
would
you
a
get
cop
away with
want to
that.
do that? Why are you planting drugs? I don't get it. Just to fucking arrest someone?
You don't
That's
have
what
any
it is?
reason, and you might think something, and you want to get them in
no
jail.
reason scummy people or one of the cops that have that mindset where they're terrible people, they're going to do something wrong anyways, I'm just going to put them in jail now.
Or they're
That's
racist.
I would say that's a hate crime for
That
sure.
is a hate crime.
Just like, I fucking hate you, so I'm going to make sure you're arrested because fuck you. I fucking hate my life. I'm going to fucking fuck your life up.
Pretty much.
Fuck that shit. So we're at the end of our podcast here, where basically we ask our ridiculous would you rather questions.
Okay.
So it's our favorite section we like to call
Man to Man.
Are you
Came in
ready?
halfway there. Cody, I'm disappointed.
I'm sorry.
God, guys. So basically, I ask you a would you rather question or a couple, and I can make them any way I want. I have full control. I'm God when it comes to would you rather.
Oh shit.
You have to pick one.
Okay.
And I can manipulate them, like I said. And you can ask as many questions as you want.
Do I have to go into detail or
Yeah,
like
sure, why
as
not?
to why I chose what I chose or
If you want.
Okay.
I may ask you questions, depending on how awful they are. All right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Man to man. What's your favorite food?
Pizza.
Pizza? Let's say you had a bathtub full of pizza, fresh pizzas every single day, fresh for you, all the flavors you want. You can never get sick of them. You'll never be full. Just every
You'll just
day.
be fresh.
They just fresh pizzas, a bathtub full of pizzas. Or would you rather cut your toes off every single day with a dull blade of scissors? But here's the benefit of that. Every time you do it, you get $5,000. They grow back overnight, too.
Shit.
But you don't get any money with the pizzas.
You just
at
get an
all.
infinite
you just
free
get
food
a
supply.
ridiculous amount of pizza.
You can literally feed the homeless in all of the world.
God.
So
Or would you rather cut your toes off for
every day,
$5,000
and
a pop?
but they will grow back. You get $5,000 every time you cut your toes off.
Pat, again, this is
I
a
mean, I
head
could really
scratcher.
use the money, so I'd probably do the toes.
Are you fucking serious, you madman?
Well, you're a sick fuck.
I mean,
This
if I
is
get
a first.
if I get $5,000, like, fuck yeah.
You have to cut all 10 toes, all of them off.
Okay.
Every single
All
one
of them.
Do I have to-
not
wait, do I have to
5,000
be-
a toe?
Do I have to
No,
be
it's-
sober when I do it?
Nope.
Okay.
You are. Well, yeah, you are sober.
Oh well,
actually.
fuck.
You're sober, but $5,000. Cut your toes off every day with dull scissors. They grow back overnight.
Oh,
It
fuck.
hurts just as bad every single time. You hide this from your family too, so they have no idea. Like, where's your money coming from? How are you going on all these trips? No reason.
They don't
No
see
reason.
his crippling walk.
They see you walk and you say, "Ow!" I'm like, "Are you okay?" And you sit down, like, "Yeah, I'm fine."
I stubbed my toes
Yeah.
that aren't there.
But the other hand, you have this bathtub full of pizzas.
Well, fuck. Now I might want the bathtub full of pizza.
If you don't eat all the pizza, though, they will stay in there and they do get moldy. You
Oh,
know,
fuck.
and you got to clean that shit out every day. And that you know how cheese gets
Yeah.
when you try to when it's dry and
Damn.
You
Wait,
know.
would could I have help eating the pizza?
yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, then yeah. I'd
But
go
I mean,
with
how many people do you know you're going to give that many a bathtub full of pizzas to?
the-
Anybody. Literally anybody.
Hey, you want some of my bathtub pizza, Luke?
just walk around downtown
Yeah.
Cincinnati.
Yeah, is it free? Is it? It's you said it's fresh. I mean,
Yeah.
Right?
It's a little slimy.
Yet satisfying.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, now the pizza doesn't even sound desirable. Some slimy ass tub pizza.
By far one of the dumbest man-to-mans.
I've got one.
Yeah, I'd love to hear that.
Would you rather have a chimpanzee bite your thumbs off, like a wild chimpanzee?
Oh my god!
Just comes up, and then fucking just takes your thumbs right on off. No more opposable thumbs. No more jacking it by yourself without that weird hand gesture. You know what I'm saying? And or you have to shove a whole sea urchin up your asshole.
Well, are you talking about daily
None of
or just
those-
one time?
None of those sound like fun.
Have you ever seen a sea urchin?
That's man-to-man for you, baby.
You are not getting a sea urchin up your butt.
No.
No, maybe if you
I-
shove a stick of butter up your ass first.
No.
Which would you prefer? Wild
I'd-
monkey bite?
That one.
You could get crazy diseases from its mouth. It could probably give you like I don't
no
know,
more
But aren't
thumbs.
sea-
AIDS, hepatitis, something fucked
Oh,
up.
fuck,
Sorry,
yeah.
Or
but
cram
herpes.
that sea urchin. Okay, let's just say halfway up there. It's just gotta. You,
You
can have
gotta
a couple
shove it.
spikes hanging
Sorry.
out, but you gotta go sea urchin in the bunghole.
Sorry, monkey.
Fuck.
You would really not shove this one time up your ass, then lose your thumbs forever?
Dude,
You know how much you do with your thumbs though?
easily thumbs.
Easily get your thumbs bit off.
Easily.
Easily.
Easily. Like the sea urchin is off the table. Off the
Yeah,
asshole.
without question.
Ian, what did you say?
The sea
I
urchin
I
is
said the chimp first, but now I'm trying to think like
the sea urchin is spiny. It's going to hurt like a motherfucker.
those
It's
are gonna hurt
poison-
like motherfuckers.
It's poisonous. Yeah, but that's
Okay, yeah.
continuous.
Yeah.
And it'll get stuck. And if you pull it out all raw, you're gonna have thorns that you're gonna have to pull out. And if you
Okay,
fuck
yeah.
it up-
I'm gonna stick with the chimp one.
What if your butt cheeks close when you yank it out and the thorns just push on each other and they just go deeper in your butt cheeks?
I love that
God.
Cody's looking up sea urchin and anus on
I wanted to
Google
see if we could find a
Images.
good image.
I mean, I'd try the sea urchin. Like,
Are you fucking what? Are you?
I'd try the
Are
sea
you
urchin.
sick in the head, bud?
I'm not losing my thumbs, man. There's so many things I do with thumbs. I support thumbs.
Dude, there are thumb prosthetics out there that will work perfectly fine.
Oh,
I
fuck.
promise.
Hold on.
Look
This
at
is-
the barbs that they leave inside of you.
No, and
wait,
that's in
do
your
they dissolve?
butthole.
Oh, my God. I don't know
Dissolve?
if I
No,
choose this.
sir. No, sir.
Can
That's
you
in
imagine
your
this
butthole.
stuck in your butthole forever?
No,
That's in your
no.
butthole.
Yes, I'm going with the chimp one.
And your dad's got to get in there with like some fucking needle nose pliers and pull them each one out. I don't know if it'd be your dad or your mom. But
Would,
Chimp
Someone.
every time.
I'm not going to the hospital. I'm getting a family member to help.
would you rather sit on
Don't tell
a porcupine spine, or would you rather dive in a pool of sea urchins, strictly sea urchins, no water?
Fuck.
Sit on a porcupine, you madman.
What if you get your balls stuck to the
Do
back of the
you want to
porcupine?
Yeah, that
have
could happen.
needles just
Yeah.
on your ass, or do you want to have needles literally
No, dude,
everywhere?
you sit down, your balls and dick just go right into the porcupine. The porcupine
Yeah, no,
goes,
that would.
All right,
that
that's
No.
fine.
spans.
Well,
That's-
think about this. The porcupine is gonna shoot his barbs into you. It's not like you're just gonna sit on it lightly.
Oh,
You're gonna sit
yeah.
on it and
Let's-
startle this
let's-
creature, and it's gonna shoot all of its spines into your ass.
Let's sit down and let's be logical for a second. If you sit on a porcupine, yeah, it might get you in your butt and your nuts. That's fine. But if you dive into a pool, which is submersing, if I could fucking speak right, your entire body in needles. So not only is it going to be on your ass and balls, it's going to be on your wiener, it's going to be on your gooch, it's going to be on your behind your knees,
So,
it's going to be on your neck, your face, everywhere.
You guys
Not
wanna-
just on your butt and nuts.
yikes! Quilled by a porcupine video. 28. Oh,
This
this
guy's
guy's
a
a
fucking
maniac.
idiot. This
Brave
dude is
Wilderness.
an actual idiot.
Shout out to this dude. He fucking takes the pain though.
Oh my
He gets
god.
bit like by
gets-
bullet ants and shit like that.
Yeah.
Gets stung by everything.
This motherfucker.
He recently. He had a video of him getting bitten by a snapping turtle in his hand, and I was like, "You're a fucking insane person."
I'd
Because they have a
rather die.
scissoring kind of jaw.
Yeah.
If you get bored, Ian, when you get home tonight, watch Brave Wilderness, and it's hardcore Steve Irwin.
I'd rather die.
Okay. I feel like I might have seen like a couple videos.
Yeah, he's huge. Like, look at this video, 28 million hits.
2.
Oh,
Yep,
God.
There we go. That's a handful of quills.
Oh, those
The
are
ones on
pussy
the top of
quills,
my
though.
hand really aren't that bad. It's those ones right there. Can you see how deep those are into my finger? It hurts to move my finger right now. I mean, I think they touch bone.
So sit on that. Sit on this with this horrible music in the background.
Those two can be
Or
extremely
just a
With
regular.
this horrible music in the back. Or just a regular swimming pool with sea urchins.
Or,
So they're in your
yeah.
eyeballs and your
You
ears.
cannot downplay a swimming pool of sea urchins, bud. It's porcupine
I think they're
every time.
I think they're horribly poisonous too. I
They
think that sea
are
urchins kill
horribly
you.
poisonous.
Wait,
What,
what?
the sea
porcupine?
urchins?
Yes.
Okay, but in
Yeah.
this scenario,
Yeah.
they're not horribly poisonous. That's
Yeah,
the
they're
catch.
not horribly poisonous.
Porcupine. Every
If
time.
they're not poisonous, then the sea urchins.
Porcupine.
Oh my God! You're like, I don't want it just on my nuts and butt. I want it everywhere. Please.
Stabbing into your chest and stomach, and you've got to do a lap around this pool too. I didn't-
Oh fuck.
Yeah, you got to do a full
Oh,
Michael
you do?
Phelps
Is
lap.
this the
Okay.
follow-up now?
Wait.
Yeah. Are you sure you want to choose the porcupine? You get,
Without
you
question.
get exercise.
Without question, Pat.
Porcu-
without
yeah,
even bringing
never
it
mind,
up
porcupine.
again.
I do not want to do a fucking lap.
It's just a lap.
Holy shit!
But when you sit on the porcupine, that's it. You know, you
Porcupine.
gotta pull it out yourself,
Porcupine. I think that's the end of that one.
and then you gotta walk 7 miles to the nearest town
Oh god.
in
For
the
what?
desert.
For what?
What? What are you extending it to? What's the end game?
Right?
Just pain and suffering, pain and suffering, fellas.
Okay, I've got one. Would you rather your pillow is made of rhinoceros shit, and you have to use your pillow every single time?
Like
I mean,
a
there's-
pillow cover.
No, your whole pillow is just a pile of rhinoceros shit, and you have to lay your head in like a little clay mold. It's almost like memory foam, except for warmer and smellier.
So it's fresh. It's fresh every night.
Yeah, either that or you have to eat a bowl of scabs every morning for breakfast.
I mean, you're gonna be smelling that rhino shit all night, right? Because that's fresh. If
You're
lay
gonna
down-
get fucking pink eye.
Yeah, you get conjunctivitis from fucking rhino shit.
Look,
Is that
Luke's,
possible?
Luke's so high he's trying to stay alive right now. Now that we have video, everybody can see. Luke's like, oh no, those porcupines in his hands really freaking me out.
There's been a whole lot of cringe and fucking
Yeah,
goosebump.
I've looked
moments.
over a couple times and you're just like this far from the
Locked
mic.
up, man.
I don't know. I don't know if I would do. Yeah, I do the rhino shit. I'm not eating a bowl of fucking scabs, you nasty piece
Every
of shit.
morning, just them sliding down the back of your throat.
Dude, that's a big ass bowl of cereal. I feel like you're gonna be pulling on me
Right.
of just scabs.
And
I
you gotta-
kind of want to wait to hear what more you have to add on before I make my decision.
It's a good point. I feel like though sometimes I'm gonna lay in that rhino shit and it's gonna be extra soft serve that time, and I'm just gonna slide right on through it, and that'd be awful.
Yeah.
It's a fresh old mess of rhino shit every night.
Oh my fucking God.
Oh man, it's been a while since we've had a podcast like this one, guys.
where
It's
we
been a good
got
one.
ridiculous. The
Yeah,
entire
just
time?
ridiculous the whole time.
I
It's
like
been
it.
great.
I
It's
like
been
it.
a
It's
good
a nice
time.
change of
Oh,
pace.
yeah.
I'm glad they could join us for this episode.
Yes.
Hi,
Ian,
everybody.
thank you so much for coming on, dude. This was so much fun.
Yeah,
Thank you for having me. I had a
yeah.
lot of fun.
Sorry that the internet fucking sucks.
It's fine.
Do you have any stuff you want to plug?
Where can we follow you?
You can.
Where do
I
you
have
want
a Facebook.
people to follow you?
I mean,
If you don't want them to follow you, that's fine.
Facebook. Just search Ian McDonough. I'm sure a lot of other Ian McDonoughs will show up, but if you're looking for me, my profile picture is me standing.
We'll tag you. Don't worry.
Yeah,
we
we'll
got
tag
this.
you.
Okay. Well, then that makes it
Don't
easier.
panic.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, what if I change it? Oh no,
what
we're
if I
gonna have to
change
update
it?
the
Okay.
podcast.
Okay, I didn't know-
profile pic.
Hold on, I
Okay.
changed my profile picture. Can we update the audio?
Okay, well, if you're gonna
edit
tag
this
me,
in?
then that's fine. I have an Instagram. I'm sure you guys will probably tag that.
Yeah.
And then I have Snapchat.
In case you want to
People-
see his dick when he's
Yeah.
drunk at 3 a.m.
In case you want a dick pic in the morning.
I do not.
Pat
do that.
tells me it's a fat old piece, so I mean, look out for Ian McDonough's dick on Snapchat.
Yeah, yeah. Watch out.
All right. I think that's enough from us, folks.
Till next week.
See you, bitches.